Eye. If you ada, we can say boja ye. Na ye drew. Hey, see, me. Hey. Ya drew ko to ni maboso me mo sese. Ne da etoso eye mienu. Ai, Don Bruno birthday no. Hey, Don Bruno. Enti ye free Nix 100.9 FM so ena yeba. Na nano edwada, nano ukwada. Na ye kan sam kakra efa ekwane a ye faso a ye prapra yakwan ho. Na ekwane a ye faso eprapra eye public places. Ni nyina ko wie ensem bia ekukuru contract bia enni ho sesei. Na kwan ben ye befa so a ye kwaye ne mu no ye peprapra yakwan. Kwan ben ye fa so a ye beprapra sa public places no. Na nhyehyɛ ye ben ene ye de be ye adwuma. Ene hu na ye nyina no isi gyina ye ntina no ne ye kasa me mfa emotions enye ye nyina ye hwehwɛ solutions. Enough of the lamentations. Ni ye hwehwɛ solutions. Nti solutions no ba. Ti enne medical na me ye mi producer panyin ko jodamia ado atnas. Na ye busa se me ye baller e wo fie a baller no ehene na ekọ. Nti in fact ye nya hunu se ye baller wo fie a ehene na ekọ a. Afi ni aba bebusa ye ho se Ghana ye sida kru bia no obia ye baller eye 1 kilo. Nti ene me ye baller in the public place no me ye baller 1 kilo. He said ko ba say ye 30 million na just ye 30 million when they with the batons be saying so the baller no ayesesa no anka obitimi kura na ka ahyesa say 1 ton of baller it is saying so no 1 ton of baller no unse cook cement 64 kilos so 60 kilos and one fence 1 bag of cement into 1 ton baller no emudro no at saying so yeah ewia Manasa Azure ya yenua waye appeal ade ama Ghana mampanyini ya betu ya buase na normal no appeal no ye ade ma Ghana mampanyini be kan in entirety yenyi bia mfrim dia watwro ade ama Ghana mampanyini be kan ni nyina ma obia tibi se Manasa Azure say no watwro ade ama Ghana mampanyini Owura Kofi a Japan or former chief executive Emma Zoom. One also so why dear Benia we issue statement and a Zoom line also issue statement and a Kofi Japan responded to Zoom line statement no. You be kind me and saying na yama kwenya. Ni nyina say ya hwehwese be nya ho ntiase ewo kwane a ye faso a ye akwan ahodo sweepers ye oma ye de ben prapra kwan ho no na yetime ate ye ho ase na face so no public places wo me prapra na ate ye ho ase na in the course of say ye saa no ye behwe aye comparative analysis bi nso so ye be ye comparative analysis ni bi so e be ye ne say national service say womu ye adwuma for how many hours na yetua national service for kasen national service no when ne deploy no say ko ha ne kokko ye adwuma say ye national service authority now o deploy no manage national service personnel no a state agency a state ne man no subvention ana say adwuma na all manage national service personnel no state money sika say onfa e manage wo mo ana na bebusa say obi ye national service or no ye mano akadie bi adwuma na okoye no adwuma ye di e wose ye di bibi mano no de akoye ana se eno ane se osori a obekọ adwuma na baabi okoye no se ye be oye adwuma no ma kire da adwuma wo ho no aye bi na emum se ono otimi hunu se ha na mekọ no National Service Authority and a deploy no e de ne kọ ho na state no DNT and no National Service Authority no man subvention to on manage National Service for na fe ye de aba bebu se ho se nei obi prapra kwan mu a sa nipa no se state agency se YEA and fa no a na I was say utuaneka na state agency no say ono ontimi supervise no service level agreement no was subcontracted the amount obi say wo manage wo deploy wo na manage wo na I was say in line with example the man national service I was say sa nipa no a all manage wo no sa entity na all manage wo no I was say you tria ne ka ana na fe ye kan say national service for no ordinance pan na akwa adwuma mu na okwa adwuma mu ho a se ye de ne to despite media ha oba adwuma ye wa ha no na ya ma ne bi say ye nti ono no ohia say eye national service for ana government of Ghana ebe ma no bibi say jefa kwa ye adwuma we na de all prapra kwan mu no I was say state no emma ne bibi say je na fa kwa prapra ana ti say state no be ma ne bibi a state no I was say otosa de kro na na de all manage no I was say tua ne ka na ena de ono so no all prapra no I was say tua ne ka na initially nya wonti ase say eye quantum sika ye de tue o ma e prapra ne ka no isua I was say hwe wo mo enti ye be kan eye Menesa appeal odiama Ghana president ye be kan eye Kofi Japan the response to Zoom Lion press statement no na ya kan Zoom Lion so no press statement no right na in the course of say ye kan Manessa de no in the course of say ye kan Kofi Japan de no omo ye references bi ye be hwe say ye benya document in support of omo assembly a omo ka nya to eboase asesi ade ye hwe say me ye bola wo me fia ekwan a ye fa so a ye disposing of nti say uti baby obi be kan say black sheriff o say the Ghana the number 1 place also try Ajirigan of you kono ngwa but o say Ajirigan is number 1 place also try chapter 1 is also te Trasako
Trasako
so Trasako
no Trasako ni Ajirigan no de
say East Legon amene Ajirigan no and Ajirigan no amene Trasako
okay
into obi ho bo address na o semete East Legon Ajirigan no Trasako e just what kan nyina abo edi ye be hwe na waye bola na ofie no se de be sia and obi at community bim oni bin o de bola na be gum baby okwa na ne saka bin no o de asidam and o de apotomanto ana obobo ne ntoma ana o de agusa bin no ebi susu di nsuo egum na wonim say policy ayi wo ho say by 2030 I was obi use bin ya hoboa ben and na wo ye de ato
5 years to go
because say ukọ jurisdiction say baby a Manessa wo wa brochire say you need community container bia ho asusu say ha say wo ba me adwoso be sen ase a community container esi ho and na obi akoto no ball agum enti no one aspect of assemblies and Zoom Lion and to and now almost a year proper crime in public places and so one aspect of a YEA assembly and Zoom Lion and to into a back a YEA oblique Zoom Lion sanitation model and a back so a sanitation improvement package
okay
into the community container and see one and a friend sanitation improvement package ɛna deɛ yɛ prapra kwan mu sɛ no soso no ɛna yɛ YEA oblique zoom lion sanitation model yɛtua bu ase deɛ wɔ se mesesa akaw no me deɛ sɛ mamfa ne sɛ waka de nwanwa biara nti ka sɛ ɔno kwa nyame nhyira no na meda no ase ɛnnɛ yi a menesa atwerɛ yɛ no ɛnnɛ yi a Kofi Japan atwerɛ yɛ no ataage me sɛ mentie deɛ Kofi Japan atwerɛ wamfa atem didie bi anka ho nti misusu sɛ ɔno akwa ka sɛ mesesa akaw no a man so no so no ɛnɛ watwe asan wamfa atem didie a ne nyina ne sɛ ɔwɔ se yɛhwehwɛ sɛ de bɛsi ayɛ den yɛbra me ADAKABRI Mamudu Osioma na me producer ɛyɛ Panyini Kwadwo Dame Ado ɔno kuro yi aso ɛna wɔte m'anim ase na ɛyɛ memene da no pabiada asɛm yi di ka nsɛm a ne ka ɛdene ɛnso so no anoa na ɔse yɛde ka no Panyini Kwadwo Dame Ado ɔno so ɛde bɛba na wama ɔman ma kwanya ɛnɔɔma bi a ɛwɔ sɛ ɔman ma so esusuo enti Panyini watena ase
Maji edwa papa
adaroma say ye nyina so agree say no emotions
no
yem pay emotions bia yen kan boko so say utifie na o bin say fie o bin a we baller na de bin agum say ba bia metie me ye baller e benada bia company bi bebefa the friend honest waste
okay
the friend honest waste epenada bi obefa bosumi bia no waje me 80 cedis say waba befa bola no na ababa wa fefefe the friend diner on the bebe enam na ochichi ska no nti obeba bejichi ska no bosumi bi oba bejeje ansa na bosumi foforo no ya hyase na honest waste na chire no na emrantie bi so e de bola taxi esa bobo ya tricycle no no mo so de nam e bo aben bola manaba enti obi ohwo a na oni
bin
ni bi contract with company bi he said they made me one honest waste you know na odene de ama eye emrante ne mabawa na omu yusu bola taxi no na omu yi bola no a yankan say AMA Adenta Municipal Assembly as okankwe omu aka nyina no obi ni engineered land site yekoto bola nago
yes
enti nkra ha say company na yebo ne din zoom la mi so wote ma abu mfu keke na ntontwe wo de nyabotenity kakra bi company na friend zoom line no waye bibia friend transfer station bola no a company na be yi free mi fie no mrantie no so de bola tax na be yi no o se nya ba bia ye betimi ekeep bola no ekwan enwa you keep no temporary enti transfer station no waye bi wo tashi
okay
transfer station no waye bi wo achimota so ko ba bia shell no wana
new station achimota new
station no nchen ho no
no
say transfer station e ho na wo
yeah
transfer station no waye bi wo ashaman transfer station no waye bi wo pantan and a transfer station no waye bi wo malam enti se metifia me wo ben e wo fie ho no ma se me de bola egu ben no mu a akwane ye fa so ye dispose bola na maye wo me fie no in my case metua se 80 cedis e de ma ebusumi bia e de ma company be a friend honest waste or mo postal address na ya beka into honest waste no and every Tuesday na waba be fabola no so oba be pan na say area obi ehunu say truck no na eba no na obi a wo so be kwa adwuma no na the bin no asini fie ni mu na nye nipa ni nyina na bia wa contract honest waste etua 80 cedis enti mrantie bi nso so ekuta bola taxi no ppp bola mani sie ppp bola mani sie e bia waba 10 cedis and 20 cedis na de amano no asesa bola it is here bola na free fie ho either say honest waste na befa and answer bola taxi no and aba befa beboa omo fa ye no either say o de beko tashi transfer station ho and now what the beko achimota transfer station ho and now what the beko malam transfer station ho and now what the beko ashaman transfer station ho and now what the beko pantine transfer station ho na ye drew transfer station ho ono sika na waje wo no okwa akotua de ama operators at the transfer station na omaji bola no uko achimotawa ubongu se bolaka bebre asalai innovation a Ghanaian bi aye na make practically say the ko edichiro no enti omko a no makoton bola no e de ama aye transfer station for no the transfer station for no omu hodu bola no temporary
Okay.
enti omu hodu bola no temporary na omu a compact bola no na omu compact no na omu ede agu aye articulator ukuta as say 9 ya compact za no maye ne say container 40 footer container na ya compact dia shem enti bola no dodo no e ba ye no enam se ya compact nti no na ye ketwa bi
na se ye mia afam
mia
afam
amana kuma bi na de ya hye container no na container na tu every zoom lion to every transfer station
hono
enti to free transfer station no a sign akọ baby arikop
okay
eho ba ko eye ko na ya compact no
ukakra obi adwen be say kolebu side wa ye beach road missy beach
Mochi road o left ho
so
left just before the kolebu traffic light no
good
eho kra no just ayama enti usa ekọ ho no mo a eho so eye separation
sorting
enti ye say ade na ya compress no afa ye be sorto ana eye nchirichirimu na ko wie say 60% of your baller eye send ya
nduane
nnuane ene ade enti ya sorto ni nyina gu nchan na emu 15% eso eye plastics ni ade ni so agu nchan na dia kan metals ene ade everafrem
as a make konko ne sa konko tin tomatoes
enti se wo ko supermarket bi e was a UK say a Tesco's say a Sainsbury's what the beans asisi one mo a or say a paper atoha say a plastic atoha say we to wachire mu enti ya sorto enti ya be fa bola na free supermarket wa ya dika sorto na dada enti wo so kwa wo adekọ na kuta no ba bia ya de designation say pato no e ho na de beto ba ye ne de ya anya ne sa mi fie ne de ya kan nyina abom ene de ama ena bola taxi no anase honest waste company no a obefa me bola de truck befa ye no ono o compact ye o compact on say o de car be fa kra na o compact because say dem see ye no obie kire ni say ya na de bola no gumu a na bo se waba no amia sa so that ono so betimi afa dodo
yes
the same bola car na o compact abefa no fie no eno ye compact ne be say enan na akọ articulator num e wa transfer station ho the free transfer station no a na fe no akọ henefa akọ sorting no ba bia ye kọ sorto the honey ye sorto a ye be hunu say aduane 62% gu ha we egu ha say afi ye wie ni nyina aduane de no na ya sign de akọ ye fertilizer on de ye ya ball na be ye resource say you ye de akọ ye fertilizer na plastics no so no yasa ye de benia
Recycle.
yasa recycle the recycle a ye hia ade ba ko pe ene ye krafra brochire e de be fra na ye de aye enkunya plastic chairs
Okay.
na ye de bi aye tanks ya ye de nsuo gumi
And bowls,
rubber bowls no no ade ba ko pe omo ye nkitikiti bi sa I said ya na I say chips bi sa nkitikiti e no pe no mo kra de ba e de be fra aye plastics na ye ball na generate no and one say ball na ya generate no through innovation, through science, through technology ye de benia esa ye sika e de aman ye wie no ansa na ye yi e de free sorting center ho na ye de aka ye mfa nye hwe no ye de akọ engineered landfill site.
Okay.
Enti engineered landfill site no emrane say assembly bia should have an engineered landfill site. Na assembly bia so any engineered landfill site. Just the same company no ya kana sem zoom lion no onu kuro ya bio ana wakwakoye engineered landfill site. Enti ahead of that no baby to say boom e wotema ha na eye aban dia said the city no ye decommission and ye engineered landfill site when the decommission ye is some lion no and the decommission ye if it's a na ekwane e faso ye no nya sa na na o se ye no enti assembly aban no enya sika tema metropolitan assembly enya sika amfa nko ye decommission no ansan and rebuild it direct say zoom lion no esa koye sa de no ansana enkran ha so de no wakoye ba ko ewo adepa and so between and sawam e de ko eye aburi
Okay.
into free nkran ha e ko ho asaba no eye round trip of 100 kilometers.
Okay.
Abraham ran say baby assembly bi awo no the engineered landfill site no it should be 50 kilometers in and out. It is here no ye hunu said ye see aye the fence ye ball like a wolf ye no ye dispose no enti efie de ne ye wie ye no enna community bi ho oni bin and enti omo friend community haulage containers ubon say container kakraka na si ka ne to na ye tse de anwea ka bi sa ne ya haul container de atoto
Yeah.
enti community bi ya no sa container no ye de koku si ho e de ma wo mo sa container na ne wo pe bi ato a ne buo e 45,000 container ne ba ko ni abra me pe mienu akobehia se a menyanya ho sika enti sa container no mo ani bin no na ye de ama wo mo ye de ma eye community no a na obia e fa ne ball free fia no de akwa gu sa container no e wo community wo extra money kura na afri mu aba ne se bona assembly man for no no mo de nkwala bia sinkunya eti nchen ukotugu mu no ma jiuska
ko mo no mu siesie ho asa nkofo beto ball na gum basa ebi kura on ben ho na wato hwi se nkotom na ato nchen ho na ebe yi atum nti assembly no shade fa sa amrantie no se muntina ho obi ba na magye nso mo ye ladder kura ho atwede nti wo ba na mo amagye na o mangasa ko hwie gum yie na o ma hyehye ne yie nti eno na assembly so ade IGF kakra ho
so enti san hyehye ya no communities na omu ni bin no ono se ono no nka ya anyi ni ska bia fa ne bola
yeah
if it's a wa wo fie ni me metua 80 series bosome no but ono de nka ya anyi ni ska bia but indiscriminate your friends say dumping of refuse no and no tin assemblyman na make sure say obi ti ho na waje na wadirect o se fa kokogum ti eno ani sa hyehye ya omo frɛ no sanitation improvement package.
Okay.
Na assembly na tua sika in this instance zoom lion bio se zoom lion fa the truck emfa mra mefa sa container no ayema no emfa enko authorized landfill assembly no so ni authorized landfill bia the zoom line on far now we assign the court transfer station no ya describe no na ya compact it assign the court sorting center na ya assign assorto na de be yi e de akoye fertilizer na plastics nso so no ya recycle na crab noodles no de aba na ya de aye plastics e wo Ghana hasi na metals no ne ade no they also disposing of near disposing of so and the see an ya hunu two sides no nti afa ne ye beba baabi a ye pra so hunu baabi a ye pra na public places any streets mo no ye hunu but I mean some another example of waste no ababe ye resource on the cement ye cement a uzi anoa
ye nua ti se doko no
processes at the cement no o here heat at the aye normal binti ko gasema no obuso say ye cement thing oko eye wasema no obuso wo say ye cement thing eye ne thing how dey back for no sign no say cement wajanan no a uja wo nan wo fie no ye bebe fa ye sign e de ko company bia ye eno so owo ayezum line company ewo epuya no ha Lavender Hill e di hit that you know na yakotugu pum the fish na berry na fish na ya kese
o ma san ba na ya we o
na just o ma ba na ya we o mo
ehuwa
na nwanwa anu kra na ede
asemo
anu kra na ede no
na first no do Lavender Hill na o hwe the way a cars this waste trucks is no mu yia e ho ye hwen
hey ene wo hwini mu age aha enti ene ajana na ne yatugu pum
ne kai ba
a fish ne be wie no over 90 years over 100 years yatugu mu sa ene sa ajana no eno na ye kone process na ye process a ye de bi akọ no cement
ye de bi so ye chako
so
omo de bi ye chako
it is a chako no ye de no cement no
because chako na hintem
enti wo no say ajana no wo fa so de abaso
okay
enti ene Facebook baby obi ye comment bi ai mumien contact West African Waste Management West African Waste Management Institution KNUST that's why you had the passport cancer the same Zoom Lion in collaboration with KNUST
yes
and a West African Institute for Waste Management
same so started wo ajinga no hakra
started wo ajinga no ni office ho
Mekaipa
Abosa Brown no university ho
good
and obesi
dan university
yes obesi dan ba ko e wo Otano Woody Free Rollins Junction so Eco School Junction
okay
and dan si ho some of the graduates your former deputy minister for foreign affairs Kwakwam Prachum Sapon MP for Mampong MP for beprekosun ade ekuta degrees I was a Waste Management Institution.
Oh, okay.
Because I think no and so call from no and then you the Nipanoko University no I was Russia. It is the same company no person your own understanding. I was waste management in Mono or the Nipa 120 they call last year. Into pa ya mami obi a wabe obi say me nana Gideon say father bra na me ko no on man square no nko ebi so ko Belarus. Because if I say yet how a waste no a bit me about resource. Uko a year west of England, a could be a friend in Bristol. A more particular bass be yet the enipa janai and yet the power bass no. Challenge you need woman and say a year enipane a brofuna janai no. The power no
no more yes they start new womb. Yeah. Bristol
got just a me bass na man the man that bass no almost shas you know yet the nipa janai and the power bass no so it means say electric bass and the metro mass ya ho adwuma no e be duru baby no e betimi the nipa janai a generate methane no because ball na de ko no say methane no gas and yes so na ye did no a normal gugu so to reduce the effect of the methane no the nya blast bia ni gina yesua bibi e de frame afi ye nya comparative analysis no yes sir say eja nan no kwa ne ye de aye bidia ye de hye effect cement am ye nya cement o ma we mu anti a company bebrebe dimrika yes meant wa ha me chiro kwa be fa so be nya sika ni bi o nipa bi si na zoom lion kwa na afa ho e kwa na me chiro no invest in that sector ana akowie se yemra na yemra me hwe wo mo pra no media menti ase from day one Manasa Azuri or can say wo me pra no yenhwe wo mo welfare
show me kakra.
Oma e prano. If we say Liverpool, our England, and a whole professor at the university, now Osisa Bola. Into a part-time professor Bola and we are was a barber chadi. If he say na onyesika free
bola
no sister them the otabola can to na homacheno o ma barber sister Bola no na emunu tom be 9 o'clock there about no wakwa professor at university. Liverpool, England, and as an example, the buy. Into professionals bebre, ball juma. Sikawum. Me understanding is say, na Manasa Zure, wash she say, woma a praprano,
ebedi
keke. Na in the course of years, ano, a brilliant so, akwa say. Yeah, company no, it be described no, corrupt company, it be described no, evil company, it be described no, dubious company. You use so adjectives. You use no maybe brady describe company no, because kayen na ye hwehwe say, eye de opra no, ye be me na di enti ye be hwe na yakenkan ye obia eka. Na yabani ababehwe tedini ka no ama me na yenkenkan Manasa Zuri krata wode akwakoma Ghana mampanyini ni nyina akɔwie sɛ ɔhwehwɛ sɛ ɛyɛ wo mepra no wo ebedie wo mepra no wo bedie enti de yɛ kan obia sabiaku enidi obi atem
dabi
ye de ni nyina se ye hwehwe se obia ebetimi adi yie na sana ye bekenkan no ye hwe Facebook comments ni bia enipa ni bia na afi yenko Blade Jasper on Facebook live was say, good afternoon ADAKABRI, please extend my greetings to Honorable Carlos na Sandra Banafu ADAKABRI. This your back and forth issue with Zoom Lion won't solve anything. Why don't you call a Japan for him to speak on the contract between YEA and a Japan so that it settles everything? Sandra Banafu. And why are there? Why in fact in the Yama? Nanu Ukwada Sandra Banafu so tie me any woman so tie me. Kofi Japan say, I have been unfair to him. Say me maka asemwa. Ese ama wa yindi pabwane. Inti me na minim, but ofre odame, and I complain it odame. Say me ma ya dia. E kire say me unfair to him, and I say ma supano. Inti enne Kofi Japan. Why issue statement in response to a Zoom Lion statement to issue here. And personally, me free Kofi Japan the issues are one raising. I want a response in the mono. One na said the Sandra Kane yen settles our issue no. Well yen na ye say we will do what is right. Na so we ye adwuma na some free. Na wanya die wase wunya emu ya Kofi Japan ho no obeka kire me say mema sopa na wia adenti ana afa me be frɛ no am Kofi bo statement where you sure no eno nti ena ma me frɛ wo say obe clarify na wa amplify eno ma bi ewom ai me frɛ wo da me mpo na me say ai ni nyina say Kofi o sha say ade nye say otan zoom na eno ma bi a ekoso no enye no korɛ eno nti eno de na me say enye no korɛ ebi ni sign te mi so kam san busa ne say ade na me kan ya me de super no am ye unfair to him no want me anka bibia sa
bibia say ne o sa na me ka che no
and now happen on say zoom 500 cities a year YEA and na a proposal ye na yanya de be ne zoom every stay and I'm Kofi bo Mami Musawe, can you recall a letter dated May 2024 of which YEA a proposal 300 citizens? I said, sir, then you need to send it to me by my WhatsApp. Na me share. And I'm so Kofi, man, actually. Ko one cause of Facebook war. Na udi statement awo ye ye beto ho no. Obi di afi me azumi se afi ni yoba. Obi di afi wa post to sa de no sa letter no dated May 2024 no. Wa post to adi ato ho. Na so da mame nkonko hwe. Nukure no ya ade okohwe ya wo hunu ye no. Osan frɛ me. E no se da ADAKABRI. Mame so me mfa de ye nsusu proposal 500 no. Ye mfa mra. Me ne wo kasai no. Me nsanka Kofi dia no a ose okofa ba se eye why in a proposal 500 na Zoom Lion o posui e mai e baso so amaje bra na makan nemum October or say November 2024 and a ba say 500 Zoom Lion o posui and that just ba say you reject it be kan letter no then Menes Azuri me letter no and the another me can say 300 and a Zoom Lion to propose here 420 was a mechanic
yeah cause it 420
and a Manase Azuri are you sure a copy of a letter from Zoom Lion dated October say yama sweepano 420
cities
it why you letter no say yama 500 yan twin so yan sabeka Kofi ama Kofi this letter no aba yenya se yahwehwe yedie di ama sweeper no
that's all
yedie na yahwehwe di ama sweeper no so mensa osme ADAKABRI one skip full of waste in UK now 220 cities to 280 cities converted it to Ghana cities in the fan say pounds no cry 18 cities abna multiply 220 by 18 yes sir never see ibenya saying 220 ibenya saying by 18 into ibenya say 3,960 multiply 280 by 18 80 by 18 into 280 na here I say into by 5,000 yes sir
40 cities
and 40 cities and so enne sa skip no ya fabricating Ghana ha now kotwa na ye 35,000 but enne and then 45,000 as kwaso asan short
skip near there
the you find saying container na
the one okay say assembly no
and no say sa skip no
okay
oh there was a skip full of waste and I just said would the waste ni go container no more and they 220 and 280 no so it near the cost of a fence container no and Nana Kwame I say it's true on Facebook Live. Nana Kwame say, I say it's true. I work in port. I saw a ship discharging charcoal, and I was so shocked. You let me understand now. So if it's a big one and any background business on finance on top from when him just says he can't crawl. Into a nessa be use wajanai, I'm a yajuska, and no the koi, and wakako trieska, and the ama treatment plant, you know. And the treatment plant near this can the year, and we'll treat you, you know. And now what the I say, a friend say, BDA, I got to Mama will be our no wire cement. What you want more? Sir Andrew Poku Amankwa, Minuano, no. Sir Andrew, I brought him and in your bearman, Sir Andrew, 8 years, our London. What's saying? What for can I say? No plans. As what for? ADAKABRI, please don't mind with the menu so wicked. Yeah, you see, you pay emotions, and I'm that's a with the but men mind it one more Zoom lion a boss one. And Mukaila Jonas at the year or say Masik Basental acted on ignorance regarding Zoom Lion issue. Malik must apologize to the entire Zoom Lion outfit because had it not been the efforts of Zoom Lion by ensuring that our environments are kept clean, we wouldn't have been embedded with filth all over. And what about why anybody watch it? A UK branch organizer MPP so and watch it no. Say all corporate Zoom child there. They hear say you need the post to Mawa. It takes a bit of time. And now what me I day. You did post to Malik, Edison.
And do a bosume nine.
And you was saying, you know, you did accurate information.
At the year, Juma. Now, Malik, I happen on the various information,
any residual knowledge now, what why, you know. Now, what could you assemblies, you know, through Ministry of Local Government, you know. Now, you know what is best for Ghana. To say, Manesse, actually, the Akoma president, you know, I was say, or trauma president with the true facts.
That's all.
Unsanaki, I can 250, and then, no, Ajiatum, I could say 258. So at the time, I near 250, no, now you say 258, and into all true be so the president, you should be accurate and factual. The president, no, at me, I collect data, I collect evidence, I collect information, no, to me, my direction, the way forward. Because me comes to say, Nipa be so where today. And one so edges Zoom Lion say, Jagu ho kakra, na a few many yen kakra. Ne few many yen yasaba baka. A dear council by 1 city, no, Casamaji 10 cities. As I do with Ajumpa.
And so be Nipa Bonisam kakra.
Say,
I quite say, winning Papa na 1 year. Or a Pentecost in you. Hey.
So no, I need to say, Onyai. If we say, Minuya Kufia Japan, okay. Time was September. A contract, no, a woo, you know, because a extension. Yeah, no, I could see September, no. At the time, now, free one. Now, or the workers in the car, beneficiaries, no, the Omoka. No, we can no, the Tuamka.
That be.
I think so now, on the far. A workers, no, a recruit woman. I don't know, man, disengage woman. Yes, you can't Triamoka. Munyai, now Obianco fee. I don't know, because known to me, a council on my appointment in a pay. Zoom Lion need any Nasobia because all the at the Zoom Lion. Good. But no, what do Amoka? I can go over 18, 19 months in Triaka. And at Yakonko, and no more than him, Tessica be beba. Because I hit that to know it me could do so in the end, not your carbon near the amount. You never be so the hot na your bank. Say, and now bears a 1 year. Now, your carbon near the amount. Now, what you could do because or you win part time and much or on your break or Yanajuma. Yes, it did the house. But 1 more, ye dear momono, dear, and no yenny bread and butter. And no, they could to be bigakra. When near you, my food be yet. Okay. In the part time, no, yeah. famano na onkonko ye mienko na yanko kenkan Manessa Azuri letter na wode ma Ghana mampanyini no yankonko hwe sa letter no na yentimi enkenkan enkenkan Master P or London or the aba was a father ADAKABRI to the whole wiase me manti is airborne inside Kingsland of a place kindly send a belated happy birthday reaching out to Akosua V8 of House of DL fan club from Asunaba Kojofusu, co-founder of House of DL fan club, and entire members of the House of DL fan club celebrate you Akosua V8. Also happy birthday in advance reaching out to Millicent Topoku of Atonsu Kumasi from your mom Mami Dukuka Echri, siblings Alex, Rhea, Linda, and all your loved ones. Celebrate you, Millicent, as tomorrow marks your birthday. Blessed weekend to you and your team over. Blessed weekend reaching out to Akoso, Angela Akoso Kwedu Amwakon, aka Sister in Coventry, and a Pitache Echampon, aka Master P of Nottingham, Mami Kwedu, aka Mami K, also in Coventry, Kofi Nat in Barking, Prosper Cranton, aka Papani, inside New Jersey, USA, Gloria Diodua in the Montreal, Canada, and George Queen Mensa, aka Queen Anna, inside Dubai. Fantastic show by all standards. Tafi yenhwe eye Manessa letter what they call Ghana mampanyine no na yenkinkan sa letter no na yenyina yentie na sopem yenyina yentie na asopem yenyina yentie na sopem na yehwe wieso ane ahwe ofia Japan so ede no nti was it Manessa petitions President Mahama over YEA Zoom Lion contract. Osi a letter what they ekokoma president no na ocho say earlier this week I formally petitioned the President of the Republic John Dramani Mahama to discontinue the 19-year-old contract between the Youth Employment Agency and Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. The contract na a changed over a period.
Yes, yes.
Under the last contract that expired in September 2024, 850 was allocated to each sweeper. Zoom Lion keeps 600 and pays the sweepers 250 a month, according to the contract.
According to the
contract. Yes, it's not contract.
Contract is last Wednesday. You
can. Contract, no. 850, no. What the 168 Emma Zoom Lion. Or the 258 Emma, your friend is saying beneficiary, the war plan. Or the 424 Emma logistics, young Fancoto Norman. But was it say, and on the Ochro no, and the mamma penny, and I can't say, ye true be so the mamma penny, and accurate.
Very good.
Now, Obi and your chance, and say, Debbie, and you say that here, or say, according to the contract, no, a year 850, Zoom Lion 600, now your friend is saying, Sweeper 250. In fact, according to the contract, Sweeper 258, Zoom Lion service level management contract, 168, deploy logistics support, 424, now a total of 850. Also, Zoom Lion also charges interest if the YEA delays in paying the company for 3 months. They no country Ghana man, you know. Or say Zoom Lion charges interest if the YEA delays in paying the company for 3 months. When in fact the contract says
no. First one or Kayan. I say based on the contract.
Based on the contract.
But this one for contract and also may you say based on the contract. Say YEA a delay in payments for 3 months. Zoom Lion and as some bet your interest. When I question no see Zoom Lion collects interest if YEA delays in payment for 3 months. Is it not based on the contract?
Grant man. Contract ne say Zoom Lion will be paid 3 months after say my year
Juma 90 days.
90 days. 3 months after so my year Juma. Na yan in term within the specified 3 months no yan na delay be back. ebi ekɔ 6 months, ebi ekɔ 9 months, ebi ekɔ 10 months. Send the assembly common fund itimi delay no. And was say 3 months no so 90 days no so. Now one first can am resume lion. Going forward no Zoom lion to me claim interest on commercial rate not more than 31%.
So now first of all says it is the contract.
Because we a businessman. Now we be say obajiwade. Now when na your agreement am what yes say. We be within 3 months. Mentria after 3 months no delay be no. Ubeji me interest.
Yes.
Ti said ye quarter yetimi ka say ye beji interest on the Bank of Ghana prevailing rate.
What's na would shame? Why and who na would shame?
Say
what's specify?
After 3 months no delays be a bar. Ubetimi aji interest on the amount not more than 31%.
Who na watch it?
What was saying? Yesterday, Zoom Lion revealed that its latest proposal is under discussion at the YEA. In this proposal, Zoom Lion wants the allocation per sweeper to be raised to 1,308. So that Zoom Lion would take 888 and give the sweepers 420 a month. Nano jwada den nanu kwada den e kafa 420.
420 no. Why Kofi Japan ne letter ye site ye no kire say 300. Na Zoom Lion ka so one person tu am ka direct in podia and they tu am 500. Then omo build a consensus. Na ba say omo betua 420.
The YEA has no data to verify the 45 sweepers Zoom Lion present for payment every month.
45,000 or 45?
Was it 45,000? Was it the YEA?
Yeah.
The YEA has no data to verify the 45,000 sweepers Zoom Lion presents for payment every month.
Oh.
Now, when the fan
sweepers, no?
I didn't know any data. Who are for sweeper?
Who now recruit to Edema Zoom Lion? Omo ye kra na wo se omo mba akire man krofo kwa supervisors mbehwe sa ampa adwuma amuka sa waye no Zoom Lion also waye no sweepers na pra no ampa sa omo aye before you even issue that payment no.
I feel your challenge na. Uno obi akọ contract aka kire ne say sweeper na wodi na mano no. Onhwe training no man mpra.
Yes.
Na opra wi a Bosome so a or entitled to 258. Now wo say after 90 days, after 3 months, and sana wo upon verification of nipa dodo Zoom Lion so my adwuma. Any actual work done no.
Baby my adwuma no.
Mahwe na matua woka for 90 days. The total bill what man 90 days no kwa no wuntimi nyes kare ma no na akobia 6 months. Akobia 8 months. Akobia 10 months. Na obi yesi e cost strictly according to the contract. Obi prane. 3 months later na ubetu yakano. Challenge be na betimi anya whether indeed e ye no kure say ene 3 months ago or prior now one pra. Such an arrangement. We say omo prawie 3 months later na ubetu yaka. Na challenge be na betimi anya. Say obi apra ene 2nd May. Na umkashi ubetwenya 90 days after 2nd May. Afi no aka say yemfa prove say opera 3 months ago emra. What are some of the pitfalls? What are some of the challenges abetimi anya? And who charge the able Zoom Lion no? Because of financial. Adentina kenye pay ken crying. Edientina uko Englander yetuaka na wotwe. Inti upe verification anka utuaka na wotwe. Tabayedin.
Anyadi.
Upe verification na utuaka bosome anka bayedin.
Anyadi.
Na say we say 90 days later and about 20 no obi a wopra ene May 2 no. We say 90 days later and the behwehwe verification and actual work done on 3 months ago 2nd May.
Na say August no.
I say
but baby or kase why any data of sweepers.
I say the YEA has no data to verify the 45,000 sweepers Zoom Lion present for payment every month, even after raising an alarm in 2018. The alarm I was here raising, you know, 2018, and na Kodria Frimpong say 38,884, and na woman do so say, oh my year, Juma. And to answer, and no pet, and a yafa 2018, and 7 years ago, Kodria can baby. On say 2018, no Kodria.
No Kodria.
Yeah,
Kodria na question.
2018 Kodria na or honomono. Or say the YEA said its headcount showed that 38,884 sweepers were on the ground, contrary to Zoom Lion's claim of 45,000. It is not like YEA for no.
Omuni data.
We don't 38,000.
Now no crampon still discrepancies in too much because
yeah boko na de omo ofie no mensu obi adwene
yeah chairman says why na no recruiting crofo e dey ma Zoom Lion into to me nka say Zoom Lion wa balloon figure no
and na nyina ne say what me am information say in 2018 contrary to earlier statement a wire paragraph no say YA for any data and into Zoom Lion ebu omo no or say after the YA data say in 2018 no 38,884 and then no munya 38,000 no data no more
data yeah
and a discrepancy as to whether a 45,000 or a 38,000 which is resolved through controls amwanka some year mark if we say when are there adwuma yeni no e man no na way a year after 90 days ni ebeji search nye yo but yati ho ase say utua de ka only after 90 days
nti adwuma no ya wie no a obetua ka no
na fe na obeka say 90 days ago 38,000 a year adwuma as opposed to 90 days ago 45,000 a year adwuma yan resolve and your contractual issues and if you resolve afi twen I see the YEA CEO Justin Kodria Frimpong, the current MPP General Secretary, said Zoom Lion failed to submit its payroll for verification when the YEA requested. Yes, if I payroll, bra, ni yenhwe nipa kro na ye adwuma na yenhwe so ni ntuaka and I will say on fama yetua woka contract ne say eye data no ye de ye adwuma no eye payment eye no wo auditors e wo YEA wo auditors e wo Zoom Lion in managing the agreement enye omumienu e na resolve na se wo se on fama yetua neka
da bi untum janeka
and issue be aba say ye ntua Zoom Lion ka because they failed to submit abra contract na say I was set upon verification and actual work done. Sign contract. That's upon verification. And then the actual work done. You should do the car. Then you expect to be paid?
No.
In 2022, the YEA could not provide any data when the Accra Metropolitan Assembly complained in a letter that most sweepers had stopped working. This time, one can say Zoom Lion. But in 2022, YEA and me provided data. Abra AMA as a Nipano do dono. Ajayajuma. Now, Oma Jayajuma, I don't know AMA or YEA coordinator, AMA.
Yes.
I don't know any AMA, Waste Management Department. And committee amum, and can say in this month or in this quarter, Nipado do say a year. Nemo, yes, say a YEA could not provide any data. Upa for letter, Eco Ministry of one ministry by Ukraine or Makasameta Womo. Eco Ministry bia. Upa 15 working days later. Koho said they could even have a trail of that letter our ministry wa. For letter, Trokoma minister bio. tro letter say me minister me the command 15 days later ministry wo say wo kwa check it me the letter ne bread registry at the reception ground floor whether they could have a trail of baby letters in the fire nyina na yan kasa ya yi adwuma yan tene ye ho enye ne ye
yampa
enti obiti AMA obi ye coordinator of YE ewo AMA ho say nipa no edien na akoso say nipa no de akoso de say I was say o keep a tap on what is happening because ankrofo na ye fa wo mo no ye fa wo mo locality bia assembly ni wo
yes
ya amfa obi am free locality for na ma we locality as opposed to national service ye fa free greater create me do kwa Ashanti
yeah
right but where there a locality no here na nipa no bi ka na ka we free dia kwa adwuma ya fa wo mo nyina wo mo localities
so that obe na nti keke akọ pra
ahomache no enye necessary say so fa ka no dia kwa baby it no any locality ni ye pe nipa wo ho say ye pe nipa be pra ha
no so gitum no apply
and no gitum no okoye meanwhile Zoom Lion continue to build the state for 45,000 people every month no I say why ntimi anya na dwuma bi upon AMA a question no meanwhile Zoom Lion ade anya verification asem ya na yake
yes
say why say who AMA went me anka say enye nipa 10 and a prayer the nipa 7 a prayer and I will say who kwa kubusa why nipa 7 a prayer me jurisdiction ha
ono so enye data bia
wanya data bia fa ama na motisa we hu a yatimi abatra and yakwa blame Zoom Lion meanwhile Zoom Lion take 45,000 yakwa ko hwe payroll na can 1 year confirm say since the beginning of the Aibiano consistently every month we are 45,000 I think
it is not even possible
say yente so ye hwan so abena nipa no bitimi wu enipa no bitimi jaya adwuma
bitimi kura jaya adwuma
it is why able to confirm sabosumi bia no yetua nipa 45,000 ka na why you should come and say this or say the immediate past CEO of the YEA Kofi Ban Japan told the YEA board that the contract with Zoom Lion should be cancelled as the YEA was capable of running the sweepers model without a third party company just as it runs other models. As you say, no, Kofi Ban can you why you know or no or coordinator or district war na Kofi Ban Japan say young cancel Zoom Lion contract na dia ben why was capable of running the sweepers model and yet why in a running model no
running
yeah why you know no what subcontracting service level agreement and the Zoom Lion it add na feel better can say
why you na recruit personnel
recruit personnel dem away and ube can say they are capable of running it obi aka so munye capable nye the capability no no aye and what subcontracting the amobi that this time no o kire say on from assemblies no direct no no between waste management and then YA coordinator the two should be able to manage and then do the work assembly no or bolaka saying YA or bolaka saying it is the ABC say happy in fan country way I want to say mandate to 11 no ya je nwachi nyama the same I would never want to use that for them.
Okay.
One dear conscientiously, Oma Kumamono, Visa, Yadepa, now obi a corrupt, and Omusia no.
Okay.
Sana Pesa Mijitum. So Omu dear, Visa there is corruption, and Omusia no. And Nunti, Sani Panuan, Omucho social media so. That be mandate to told me and pray, mandate to told me and pray. But see, there we are getting in Madru, the friend is saying. Enyinem Jofel ana ofori asiama e de bomo kasa de ne yenye na ye de na a new government na aba na social media osro satam na mandate to 11 years anya ne dan e se ukuta private car afi 1 year ubetua 30 cedis
12 months
1 year 12 months ubetua 30 cedis na ukuta eye 4x4 ubetua 40 cedis ukuta bus kasiya VIP bus bia ubetua 80 cedis for the whole year ukuta articulator and na maximum ubetua 120 cedis the whole year na utua na ya den di amount na road traffic act no amendment e wo mu eko wie se wugya wo car esi ekwan mu na accident si na it is as a result of car na wugya esi ekwan mu no and ma accident ni si ya we are liable anu nti se wugya car ni si eye ekwan mu ewo urban areas within 1 hour was say uyi uka no efri ho na wanyi within 1 hour no after 1 hour na say accident sia na yetimi hunu say uka na si wo no and obi di ko pin mu na di accident ne ba ya we are liable and we can say wo outside of the urban areas on the highways na say we can break it down within 2 hours you can free highway no so when you can free within 2 hours na say accident sia aye wona we liable sometime na ye jija ka si wo mankrofo kopimpim mu e ma asante kotoko enkoko bypass omo abebobo won kran omo kwa omo de kopim mu e ma nipa wu asante kotoko bus no it's true enti yet sadia ye kan na business for na muti o e na obi nya that business sense the government is desirous so what they let me be baba and let me invest in that sector and in 2012 jumla yakuro yao we invested $30 million alone from EcoBank to almost 100 tow trucks $130 million from EcoBank to over 100 recovery tow trucks say at sadia obi jare ka edisi wono ma within the specified period na yesi nipa ni nyie no afen no wose mekwa kobo ka wo na amane yakwaji sika de aba but obehunu na obi so ade akopem no awu ti at sadia sa liability no no uja ka si wo beba no so no yen transfer emma road safety management services na on tria say in the case of a bus 80 cities for the whole year emfama road safety management services na se road safety management services wan ko yika na mfiri ho na se accident in bar instead of wo the driver of the vehicle or the owner of the vehicle we are liable no in this instance no e be road safety management services or liability na tell you afrim no say road safety management service for omu ko tweka ni free kwan mu hwa or say oje car pound yeah the be kwa ko si car pound hono for 5 days free uba ya no abefa car ko eninti afita fo kura be kwa ko ye akosete e was a car pound ho na yetimi aye o car kura ye di amount not to car ko other than that after 5 days let's o car da hu sika pound wa ye be jiw sika every day bia enti won ba bia ye di asem we di akwa di aba beduru ti afem ye nhwe se wodi ama assembly wodi ama waye oni tow truck right and enti wo ye ball ani hwia afen na wo kwakofa tow truck na wodi aba meboa enti this time no yanye mandatory toll loving enti no se wo car no koka kwan mu a na process for afre road safety management services the same truck no registered 2012 2013 no the same truck no na waba utimi recover bus out of form na waje 6,000 cedis yesi tua 80 cedis a whole year no ma yema no de be mempe dabi na mempe no ono bus driver no commercial driver no wan kabi nipa bi na age agina mu social media so and ye on the government no because omunye practical say on run business ni bi to nim dey happen nanka ono an car and afa atofom and ye situa 6,000 ye nkukura Can anybody know? I bring you to 80 cities
a year.
80 cities a year. I want to say that in the city. And the affair you could friends say, why your ball a go away? We sweep a snap rap away. Omna na on fan truck. Fam mefa o ball and one. Or cast a magic 10 cities instead of 1 city. Over Assembly no scout the man.
Now answer na assembly crowd be me do sa pepe so no. Bisa say logistics na Zoom line provider service provider the ma sweepers no. Assembly benya sa sika na to logistics na mom. I
know the idea was some
because
what to me as service provider your friend why as specified in the contract say even at Tadian crowd mom no. Baby kokoto free.
Yes.
Why ye models are you run on my pama dear? Koto free omo. And why you should be able to go and buy it?
Yes.
Was it be no? Ye be organa hano to adia no organa. And why you look at the sika? I'm going to now why is sika and the co PPP na near cano? PPP no all leverage private capital.
Yeah.
Ama private capital no etria upfront. Na later public no ababetria anunti ananka napco omunya private capital e support on napco ka otherwise such a good initiative no kangu if we say eyesikasam no omunya scanning ntua wo moka asenka private capital e wo hwa kanye ye
be
inti we catch that was say napco na ntimi anye ye because ne sika no readily available. I'm in Triamrante and Baba Wadeka, and I didn't go here. Nanka private capital in the case of Zoomline no YED, and a private capital nutria upfront. Now later government tria and NAP continue.
Such is a contract, road contractors here, the same thing. Almost road no to Pempen Subi, no more raising certificates. And sana government, you know, Amo Musika, Mama Kotua Society, say, can say road construction ye, say no so say. Abina na ye solely.
That was one third party be ha.
Nkebe wo.
Enti just a woje bra me range man. Na one Kofi Job. Ene ne ba e di nkomo. Challenges are omkom.
Nkebe wo.
Just a range man. Na jo shop. One na kasa. Na obehunu challenge. Just a range man. Na one atachi e kasa. Just a range man. Na one Mahomes akasa. Enti yentimi and fine tune private capital ye leverage no amana assist the Ghanaian economy. If it's a bino or trouble boas no wajijine sika kakra no de. His kanu kuta no.
Dabi.
Enti what say assembly no ebetimi aya obi anka so omuntimi nyo. Whether they will have because assembly to na over 15 months near for common fund the mine. Na no kire no.
MPC crowd Bob na.
Enti what was saying, I have proposed to the president that the contract be discontinued so that the assemblies and the YA can supervise the sweepers. Supervision no so no enye Zoom live for na
dabi
e warm assembly ne YA do mo Zoom live
we train
na ya promote to be say omo na ye team leads.
Yes, team leads.
Omo ye 3,000.
Yes. Our contract.
Our contract in the Zoom line on omo extra 50 cedis as a supervisor.
Yeah.
Enti ukuta sika money in hand
back on the ground.
Back kokoma womo. I say in this way the assemblies can have direct control of the sweepers who are paid with assembly share of the district assembly common fund.
Oh.
Common fund, you know. Do we know?
I fear you see Mukra business echo.
The common fund, you know.
We are in the 5th month.
So you delay common fund na ya. Na assembly need to warn one. It delays 1 year near the qua. Yeah, government utuya interest be my assembly nana.
No.
In terms of real money, no. Would delay no 90 days. What delay no 180 days. Would delay no 240 days. Sikano at the same when you have a devaluation up to 126%.
Scanash.
If Zoom Lion is eliminated as the middleman, the sweepers will enjoy better wages and be motivated to show up and work to clean the nation clean. Zoom Lion has separate contract that charges all assemblies to lift the refuse by the YEA sweepers to the dumping sites. Minister, you are wrong. Bibi said you. And then they actually SIP, and now for free communities.
Yeah.
But a plan where you are plan a contract in Manessa, apprise yourself of the terms of the contract. You see, baby on be pra no. A Zoom Lion responsibility as a service provider say on Sister Bolano and Franco authorized landfill sites.
Engineered one.
Into no Korean and the tricycles, be the manual and the motorized one, or the baby fifa abuanoa and sana truck na befa na ye dia ko into there isn't a separate contract or me prapra no or mumuro be no. There's a separate contract no. Would the interception of documents on set me can be pass our contract and bra. What's he saying? The contract, the sanitation improvement package, requires waste trucks, which some assemblies do not have because of a chunk of their budget is deducted to pay Zoom Lion. As they say, what the sanitation improvement package, or the about the fra YEA stroke Zoom Lion. What's he saying? Because a chunk of the assembly sikano, ya de ko Zoom Lion huntino, unyesi kan fan tobo la car. Unyesi kan yade en tobo la car. Alrighty. I have proposed to the president that the assemblies could maintain the SIP contract with Zoom Lion since its immediate termination could cause sanitation challenges.
Ooh.
Zoom Lion na bua.
To say who bet me gina yi ansa. Free masem ni bemu no.
What's he saying? I have proposed to the president that the assemblies could maintain the SIP contract with Zoom Lion since its immediate termination could cause sanitation challenges.
We are going to say, or the Asamako court, and reliefs in here.
Aye.
Oh, okay.
And now, what can we? I think me uncle could fear Japan. Uncle could fear Japan. Oh, ready. Could fear Japan letter.
Yeah, or response to.
Or Zoom Lion. And there are no young kind Zoom Lion, the end first.
Send about first.
And about first.
Good.
And the young kind Zoom Lion, the end first long. And the Nanu Quada. Yeti ana ye ni abreka satentene no na Zoom Lion so ede ayibae ne hwanhwan press release na ahead of say ye be kan Zoom Lion de no references ni bi oyeye no yen kan letter May 2024 letter why etwero koma Zoom Lion
say no na Zoom Lion gina so yeah press am
enti May 31, 2024. YEA reference no. YEA /HQ CEO .GP 24 /366. Into free chief executive in office.
Yeah.
Reference in Kofi. Letter no American ya also akwa ya also the 500 there ban. Ofia Japan no also onim se letter we exist. Ano pay ye me best start to show some account me no. Na onim na me hear reference oh e de onkonko ni Facebook wall. Na afi bi e de copy akoto ho de ama no. Ampa obaba ka kire me say akwa akohwe. Na 500 no mo kan say almost 500 na Zoom Lion e resist ye no. Or the bebre me no ka say so far na me hu sa abade e ba so amekan enti reference in YEA /HR CEO .GP .24 /366. I say the managing director Zoom Lion Ghana Limited, attention Gloria Opoku entry Mrs. I say dear madam, proposed amendments to the management service agreement between Youth Employment Agency and Mrs. Zoom Lion Ghana Limited. Kindly accept the compliments of the board and management of the Youth Employment Agency. At the meeting held on Wednesday, May 29, the board of the agency proposed that the management services agreement between the Youth Employment Agency and Mr. Zoom Lion Ghana Limited should be reviewed on the terms below upon expiration of the 6 months extension period. 1. Clause 8.1.4, and it's in quotation. All payments to Zoom Lion shall be done by the District Assembly's Common Fund Administrator on behalf of the agency upon a written notice by the Chief Executive Officer of the agency to the administrator, including the amount due Zoom Lion, be amended to, and I quote, also in quotation marks, all payments to Zoom Lion shall be made directly by agency upon receipt of funds from the District Assembly's Common Fund. Into ya change, ya mendi, ya say, hitherto no, nanka contract ne say, Zoom Lion, Common Fund Administrator ne intia omuka. But you see an amendment, no, ya per se read say, contract ne say, YEA, and a intia Zoom Lion ka. 2. Or say, deletion of clause 8.3.1, and it's in quotation marks. If Zoom Lion does not receive payment in accordance with subsection 8.2, that is payment, due to a delay in the release of funds to the District Assembly's Common Fund from the Ministry of Finance, Zoom Lion shall be entitled to receive interest and financing charges at the prevailing commercial bank rate from the time it became due until the date of the final payment. Zoom Lion shall negotiate the said interest at the prevailing commercial bank rate with the Ministry of Finance and the agency. So, the time assembly Najia Tums a fed my common fund administrator and Zoom Lion ka. No assembly no be just connect to Se assembly now first can Zoom Lion. From the due date, up to the data assembly agents in this Canada, Zoom Lion entitled say obeji interest on a commercial rate. That's our interest in negotiation between assembly, between agents and the Ministry of Finance on one side and Zoom Lion. Amendment May 31. Number 3, 2024.
2024.
Number 3 was the insertion of a new subclause on clause. Was the insertion of a new subclause as clause. No. Was the insertion of a new subclause in clause as 9.4. All logistics shall be distributed to the YEA regional and district warehouses for inspection and verification before subsequent distribution to the beneficiaries. When was the Zoom Lion? May 2024.
September.
Emegu YEA akachi. Na onfa ye friend saying a Bizonko district na ye me verify and sana we distribute at the ama. Men na the way come no. Ye baba betie Kofi Japan. Letter no dear and Walker. See Zoom Lion a resist say onye. Ne ya kan Zoom Lion so letter a buyer after way. 4. Also clause 10.2 in quotation marks. The beneficiary shall be engaged for a period of 12 months from the date on their appointment letter, which shall be renewed for a further period of 12 months, to be amended to read, and these quotation marks. The beneficiary shall be engaged for a period of 24 months from the date on their appointment letter. That to know, could your letter our fire woman or say initially you engage you for 1 month or 1 year. After 1 year, now you renew for a further 1 year.
Yes.
And now Kofi Japan engagement letter no say there be you 2 years straight. Letter May 31. Kofi Japan from your office as per the reference you go. What should I come Zoom Lion you? And then no say unim said this letter exists. And I'm here reference on Concord. or a honest person about back wahuno name no or the another one Zoom Lion you can't see betua a year and Crawford 500 no almost there be almost penny no or the beba you go so a year train as yet am I 5 insertion of new clauses new clauses no or see the agency shall take over the payment of beneficiaries allowances upon the expiration of 6 months extension period. All outstanding arrests shall be paid by Zoom Lion. Zoom Lion shall be entitled to only payment for logistics and management fees from the agency.
Yes, that's last year September coming.
And the woman say, "One kasa betuya a beneficiaries neka direct. Na betuya 2 items na Zoom Lion, management services fees and then the logistics." We say September no, ABC no. As free ABC September no. Then na omuda ho edi beneficiaries neka. Et wo we nyina so na sika nta ato. Wo we nyina so na sika nta ato. Is in free September up to September 2024 there. So say here to obi aka. And then still ano over 15 months go 19 months. A kada ho down. And the common fund no e wa hine. So no. Asema down no. And now ususu September no so ye no. And they will grow near by Mubium. Untro letter and revoke appointment now. What's I know? Untro letter and revoke appointment. In Nippon, dear, when you say technically, me appointment.
Yes. And the management services level agreement, you know, and now who Honda Zoom line on it said on Iaboni. When in fact, the also Yan say, shall be a September 2024. Who we revoke all appointments. Let's just say, Obiant na baby when say, or when it does so be so or copra baby discabi. One yet. And I call it. 2 amendments ni the agency shall pay directly to the beneficiaries an amount of 300 cedis monthly. As at May. We say after the expiration by September.
By September, no. Move to your 300 cedis direct. The same 258, you know, up to September. Nanka from September, no. Directly. What we are the amount beneficiary, no? 300 cedis. And then I'll say, BB, I say, anyhow. My next so let him know say, I will have to cross check. I mean, so soon says I let away or see Zoom line account as 300 cedis be anti or be cross checking. The next say, or no, so yeah, where the YEA across say, Obetia 300 be. 3. Zoom Lion shall procure logistics and materials from local manufacturers and shall give priority to YEA trained and accredited apparel and textile institutions for manufacturing of uniforms for beneficiaries. Amendment, why amendment? And now, one more extension up to September. It is September next year. So Zoom Lion say that is on the table for discussion. What's it? No, correct. Maybe anyone more for the discussion. And I've heard an outro. Actually, the 1 year. Okay, I feel me and conquer. Madam Romo, ye dear, at the ama 1 year woman a prapra. Na woman omu praprano, woman and a year comma semming. Say ya omu bidi ye, na ombenya value for money or a Jumakrona or Moyano. It is my sexual letter comma president. And now Zoom Lion so issue statement. Into Zoom Lion statement and a year Baba King Kano. Now, notwithstanding, no, nothing, Yababa King Kai, a former chief executive of Iba Japan. The response after Zoom Lion issue a press statement, no.
Yes.
Hey, right. Into Zoom Lion press statement, no, any. Into your boss, King Kan, crack. I say press statement. Niya say ye dear. Obia ntia obia ntan obia say ye busuafo ye nuanom ka ayia anya sa sector the person no te tuo mo ka yo obia wo ye adwuma bia na duru bra nipa bia sha ase adwene wo say ye nhwehwe entua cost of living
yes
rather than
TUC at the buy say president nhwe na ontua cost of living instead of minimum wage see anyo mesesa best sanka kaka ti wohwe the person bi anim kra na eda ho TUC cheche mu say cost of living and na sisi ehia omamba
ntia no ana obi a wohwehwe yedie si entua sweepers ka yie no cost of living and nyina yehwe because no mamu ayeden so obi ye adwuma or say onya value for na adwuma na oye no it yankin kind Zoom Lion press release no a press statement or the buy for immediate release na or say Zoom Lion Ghana Limited regarding its contractual engagement with the Youth Employment Agency. Or say Accra, April 30, 2025. The attention of the management of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited has been drawn to media publications and discussions on various social media platforms about its contract with the Youth Employment Agency. As a background, in 2006, Zoom Lion Ghana Limited signed contracts with the Ministry of Youth and Sports through the National Youth Employment Program, NYEP, now Youth Employment Agency, YEA. This model involved managing the youth, that is the beneficiaries, across the nation for public cleaning works from Monday to Saturday, for which they are to be paid allowances. Per their model, the government through YEA and in collaboration with district assemblies engages the beneficiaries, while Zoom Lion manages beneficiaries and supervises their cleaning activities. Key provisions and clarifications. Recruitment and beneficiary management. Clause 1.5 of the contract states that YEA is responsible for the recruitment of beneficiaries whose names shall be submitted to Zoom Lion Ghana Limited, and by reason of such submission, Zoom Lion shall perform its obligations therein stated. The database of the beneficiaries is managed by YEA, which assigns a unique identification number to every beneficiary, and the same is indicated on their appointment letters. All additions or removals of beneficiaries are effected by the YEA through formal correspondence and established administrative procedures. Accordingly, Zoom Lion has no interference in the recruitment of beneficiaries. Contractual remuneration. I say the contract provides for a total sum of 850 a beneficiary, of which 258 is allocated to the beneficiary as allowance, while the remaining 592 constitutes a management fee and logistics to Zoom Lion. This management fee covers brooms, bristle, brushes, shovels, wheelbarrows, pickers, reflective road cones, hand gloves, uniforms, reflective jackets, Wellington boots, and headbands, and funds the management duties stated above. Advocacy for allowance increment. Though the monthly allowance of the beneficiary is determined by YEA, Zoom Lion has consistently advocated for its increase since 2006 and remains committed to doing so. The company proposed increments in the past from 50 cedis in 2006 to 2014 to 100 cedis. Then to 180 cedis from 2019 to 2022. And to the current 258 from 2022 to 2024. Zoom Lion submitted a request for the allowances to be increased to 420, which is still under discussion, while the agency has countered with a proposal to set allowances at only 300 for the beneficiaries. Financial obligations and interest provisions. Pursuant to terms of the contract, Zoom Lion does not receive payment in accordance with the agreed schedule due to delays in the release of funds to the District Assembly's Common Fund by the Minister of Finance. Zoom Lion shall be entitled to claim interest and financing charges at the prevailing commercial bank rates, calculated from the date the payment became due until the date of final settlement. Zoom Lion reserved the right to negotiate such interest rates with the Minister of Finance and the agency. This clause is intended to safeguard the value of pre-financed services and mitigate financial losses resulting from delayed reimbursements. Under the contract, Zoom Lion is required to pre-finance payments to the beneficiaries for quarterly reimbursement from the government by the next month after the quarter. It is a technical 4 months. 4 months. However, persistent delays in payments to Zoom Lion, often extending for several months, have necessitated the call for interest payments as provided under the contract to cushion the company's loss of value occasioned by the long delays. Operational scope. The scope of the contract involves the management of the beneficiaries engaged by YEA across the country to undertake various public cleansing activities. These include street sweeping, collection of street waste, and disposal at authorized dumping sites, desalting and cleaning of open drains, litter removals, and cleaning of public areas. As part of its obligations, Zoom Lion provides training for beneficiaries on the operational and technical aspects of their job, undertakes deployment of beneficiaries in their respective districts or operational areas, supervises and monitors beneficiaries on the field 6 days a week. The company also supplies, stores, maintains, and replaces sanitary tools, equipment, PPEs, and waste haulage vehicles, and provides fuel to run administrative and operational vehicles. In addition to the above scope, under the contract, Zoom Lion pays 600 cedis for the beneficiaries' work, which has been Zoom Lion pays 600 cedis for beneficiaries who work extended hours, that is double shift, and bears the operational, administrative, and infrastructural costs. Office, pickup, motorbikes, bicycles. It just will be here overtime. Or here double shifter, it will 600 instead of 258 for single shift. The scope also includes the purchase and maintenance of electronic data management and payment systems. Furthermore, Zoom Lion assumes the responsibility for beneficiary welfare, including accidents, injury, death, and other welfare-related contingencies. Reporting. Zoom Lion has submitted and continued to submit quarterly and annual reports to the YEA since 2008. These reports are collated from the MMDAs with their official endorsement as supervisors at the local level. Also, impact of Zoom Lion operations on the country. Establishment of advanced technology waste treatment facilities. Zoom Lion Ghana Limited now proudly operates 36 waste treatment facilities built within less than 20 years and unmatched feat across the African continent.
Wow.
And a living testament to what is possible with years, with vision, commitment, and collaboration. The company has progressed from municipal solid waste collection to value-added processing through the establishment of 18 material and recovery waste treatment plants to recycle organic waste into compost for agricultural sector. The 100-year-old Lavender Hill Health Menif has now been transformed into a state-of-the-art liquid waste treatment plant with 5 more in 5 cities across the country. 5 waste transfer stations and 7 ultra-modern medical waste treatment facilities have been constructed and are fully operational across the nation. Employment creation. Zoom Lion today, in partnership with other businesses under the Jospon Group, provides over 6,000 core jobs, 30,000 jobs for tricycle riders, 200,000 other employment opportunities along the sanitation value chain. The thousands of green jobs have been created for young, educated Ghanaians who now have a practical, hands-on appreciation of the environmental sanitation sector, as well as means to provide for their families. Youth employment, youth empowerment, and skills development. Through innovations such as motorized tricycles for waste collection and partnership with YEA, thousands of young Ghanaians, especially those with limited formal education, have been trained and empowered with critical skills in logistics, safety, customer service, and waste management. Many of them have further been upgraded to tricycle operators and now own businesses, all with Zoom Lion's ongoing support. This highlights Zoom Lion's impact on both the environment and the well-being of the population through entrepreneurial initiatives. Public health benefits. Zoom Lion has, throughout the years, rid the country of the several mountains of waste that had virtually engulfed the nation and posed serious public health risk. In doing so, the company has brought dignity to the waste management sector, inspiring more Ghanaians to recognize the value in waste. Academic support in waste management sector. Zoom Lion supports academic excellence by providing opportunities to students from tertiary institutions undertaking any course in environmental sanitation, enabling them to gain valuable hands-on experience into sustainable waste management infrastructure. Over the past 2 years, 120 young people, including staff, were awarded scholarships to further their studies in various disciplines at the IUDN University in Russia. A number of YEA beneficiaries and waste pickets at the landfill sites have also been sponsored on a study tour to Belarus, Russia, and Thailand. International recognition and carbon market impact. Approximately 19 African countries have reached out to Zoom Lion, working to replicate our waste management models in their own nations. Furthermore, through the operations of Zoom Lion Ghana Limited, Ghana has obtained recognition on the carbon market and has attracted international partners in the space. Conclusion. Zoom Lion has continued to work without payment since the expiration of the contract with YEA, driven by the understanding that the waste management business is fundamentally about the public good and the health of the general population. This costly initiative is to move a step ahead of the contractual mandate and reflect the group's vision by improving the quality of life for every individual. As a group, we consider this an investment in improving the lives of vulnerable communities across Ghana. Zoom Lion has always operated under a strict compliance framework, and as such, the company will warmly welcome any exercise geared towards strengthening the efficiency and effectiveness of the system. The company is committed to job creation, improving the lives and livelihoods of people, as well as the health of our environment and humanity. We wish to thank His Excellency, President John Dramani Mahama, and his government for their dedication to the issues of environmental sanitation. We also wish to thank Ghanaians for their continued support for the company and assure you of our commitment to partner with government and others to deliver on our mandate of keeping our communities clean, green, and healthy. And corporate communication directorate.
See, I can't response now. Or who this and also or cited this person also at the bedroom. See, I guess I know so at the bedroom. Na Obienya and Huntia said.
If you are a beer phone line, not yin and let me. TNT could fear Japan so dear now or the buy. Hey. Na young kind a WhatsApp message kakra so. Baka WhatsApp message kakra.
Okay. Yan fan to us no omunya understanding
in them. Okay, into Zoom Lion true we no. And Kofia Japan so at the buy. I say former YEA CEO debunks Zoom Lion's claims. Response to Zoom Lion Ghana Limited's press statement. My attention has been drawn to a press release issued by Zoom Lion Ghana Limited on April 30, 2025, in which the company claims that in 2024, it proposed to increase allowances for sweepers under YEA model to 420, but the YEA, under my leadership, countered with a proposal to set allowance at only 300 cedis. So, in the hacker crano, young kind letter, why a Zoom Lion Troy, was a dear, why you know, dated
May 31st,
and almost say
2024,
and almost 300 cedis strong.
Says extension of the more Zoom Lion up to September. Say, whoa, proposes say, umbetua beneficiaries, no 300 cedis.
Direct.
Good.
Na yam fan fa Zoom Lion so bi so no and o see Zoom Lion akoko ka say o mo so betua eye 420 so no ntitie sa let away me wa me de na me pesa me kan de Manasa Zure e postu ye
okay
sa let away Manasa Zure any postu of
Facebook okay,
and this is the letter. October 24, 2024, the Chief Executive Officer, Youth Employment Agency, Accra, DSA, or see DSA, DSA, request for upward review of service fees, YEA sanitation model, background, Zoom Lion actually to you. The Youth Employment Agency is a government of Ghana initiative established under the Youth Employment Act 2015, Act 887, to empower young people to contribute meaningfully to the socio-economic and sustainable development of the nation. Its objective is to support the youth between the ages 15 to 35 through skills training and internship models to transit from a situation of unemployment to that of employment. In line with their mandate to provide employment for the Youth Employment Agency entered into a management service agreement with Zoom Lion Ghana to employ 45,000 beneficiaries for waste management services, street sweeping, desilting of drains, collection of and disposal of waste within the district assemblies. Under this collaboration, a service level arrangement was reached to guide the mutual relationship between Zoom Lion and YEA. This arrangement was subsequently renewed in 2022. Request for rate review. The economic environment within which this program is being delivered has changed drastically since the last review due to the current economic situation, inflation, exchange rate, and interest rates. We seek a review of the current management fees from the current 850 per beneficiary per month to 1,300 cedis per beneficiary per month as detailed below. Or say, 1. Beneficiary allowance. Current rate per beneficiary, 258. Management fees. Current rate per beneficiary per month, 168. Logistics charges. Current rate per beneficiary per month, 424. Total, 850. Proposed rate per beneficiary per month, new rate. Beneficiary allowance, new rate, 420, 420. Management fees, 234, new rate. Logistics charges, 654. That is the new rate. Total, 1308.
Okay.
So now, let's move from 850 to 1308 in view of, say, you're running from 2022. A normal
yes.
economic situation as
yes.
this is what on Zoom Line propose now. So you can't let them talk if Japan can't say
and
no correct. So no. Enti sa letter we say ba ye dated October 2024 no. As at Enra, breaking news. Zoom Lions pending proposal before YEA says 1308 a month. 888 for Zoom Lion. Only 420 for Supers.
Or the only account.
Or the only account. Already. At the end of October, and I don't know. And no pen the breaking
news.
Yanya bibi afa ho. Okay. Enti your guy go via Japan there no. Can go via Japan there no. And can go via Japan there no. You go so ani e kan ya. Yan kan go via Japan there na. Yan kan. Go via Japan. Right. Nti Kofi Japan e kan yo. Because my attention has been drawn to a press release issued by Zoom Lion Ghana Limited on April 30, 2025, in which the company claims that in 2024, it proposed to increase allowances for sweepers under YEA model to 420, but that the Youth Employment Agency, under my leadership, countered with a proposal to set the allowance at only 300. You see, why did you say?
You share per the letter your contract in more. There's a Kofi Ekan and as a Troy at the Koma Zoom Lion say or propose 300. Say Zoom Lion contract in a essential the man no to September last year. A woo a fair air co animal on one cassa why a bit sweepers no cat. No bet your mocano on proposes almost 300 cities. Never ma sweeper beer.
And a Zoom
Lion so can respond. Say, let any say Sadia and their young 420. And from beneficiaries. Young fans are more proper than cancer. I wish to categorically state that no such counter proposal was made by the YEA during my tenure as CEO. And you know, what be boost? I say, I didn't find a BBC. I was at 300. Me directly no ampa odi no kre. Say on konko on Facebook wall. A Phoebe edi ato. Okohwe ye no say back. Ebe catch him say ampa wa ko say that 300 no ewo ho. Na emum 500 no a na YEA no ne pen so ye ntua no. Ohwehwe letter ndi abreme. Ye guso. Nyame be me yatena se. Ebere bi obehunu bia no. Ebeba. Because nye documents nyina na obefa de eda no ho. So they also onya ebre na otimi ekohwehwe sa letter no a omo kan 500 a Zoom Lion omom resist here. I can 420 no.
Everybody also ubiti wa say also omo resist. The facts are as follows.
Okay.
The last and only counter proposal submitted to the YEA board under my leadership was 500 cedis per month to sweepers as sweepers, an amount we reluctantly proposed due to budget constraints, though we wish we could offer more in recognition of the hard work of the beneficiaries. It's our 500 we let
okay.
But saying the last and only counter proposal.
I said this letter could not accounting off.
Debbie, so can't wait. I mean, Mammy can't say, Debbie, there's a letter dated May 31. I will cancel 300. No, and some of them say, mean sending man WhatsApp no one share. And I'm can't say, Debbie, WhatsApp and check with the Facebook was a see a rebel their fee or their court. I don't know if we you know back. I bet catch them say, I'm back. No,
I will say, I'm passer or Troy. Say, can be say, you're not the buy.
Men can say, they will catch them in America or say, well, no. At what did Casabeka say, the only, so you know, only, I said the last and the only counter proposal submitted to the YEA board under my leadership was 500 per month to sweepers, an amount we reluctantly proposed due to budget constraints, though we wish we could offer more in recognition of the hard work of the beneficiaries. Until Odbenya 400 number. I say, the proposal Zoom Lion submitted in November 2024 requested that the allocation per beneficiary be increased to 1308, of which 888 would have been retained by Zoom Lion as management fees, leaving 420 for the beneficiary. This proposal, in our view, was excessive, unjustified, and deeply unfair to the sweepers.
No, Simbio, because 888, or say management fee. But not logistics and bio.
You are trying, no.
Ah, okay.
Let now can you and yet and no mammy answer. Beneficiary logistics
and management.
No, can you say an overture no. But you know, and none the entire year come will be at us and say, I feel one more a year almost 40. So I'm taking decisions, you know. Or no credit.
Oh, yeah.
Or be taking decision. Then the general public will castigate them because the general public must have been misled.
Yes.
Into me, no, the watcher means Sano. No. Or say, the proposal Zoom Lion submitted in November 2024. I say Zoom Lion, there's no date me.
October.
So, you want to say Nano what's in November 2024? And that's also October 2024. First week of October. And then I feel that November 2024. It is who could fear, and you're careful. Now, what can be here? Once you'll be drawn. Once as my yakano, Maliki Basentele, no song can be. But he probably will have the benefit of the documents. And who could fear no, you may not be accurate. When the business of one kai say may cry, I let it be. Won't be some blame no. If you say only means documents and bank coffee, it is just on your administrative support from the former office. Now, what Timia Kai said, me say. It was say the proposals submitted in November 2024 requested that the allocation per beneficiary be increased to 1,308, of which 888 would be retained by Zoom Lion as management fees. Leaving 420 for the beneficiary. So, also this proposal, in our view, was excessive, unjustified, and deeply unfair to the sweepers. It was rejected outright by my management and board, and we formally communicated our disapproval to Zoom Lion. Into disapproval, no? I let us so. Uguswa was watching the other. Say, Obitia Kunyaso. Na sorry na ye do betena so ma hwe yi be chichire won sa de abo bibim e de boato so on se si ano we or kan we yam hu say Malik Basintele ye bibia otherwise na chete Basintele nye ni papa on pega na fo asem or say it was rejected outright by my management and board, and we formally communicated our disapproval to Zoom Lion. It is also Malik Timidis, I let her know previous administration communicated also to be the In their statement, Zoom Lion misleadingly claims that this rejected proposal is still under discussion. I cannot speak for the current YEA leadership, but under my administration, that proposal was rejected and no further negotiations took place on that matter. Answer. Or Committee Malik. Will be in the press release. Or say, it is under discussion. And I also saw about no. Maybe one guy rejecting outright. Uber under discussion. Minim the across to say, and can we get found? Would you what me about modern? At me, I'm a proper. When I know I can walk at me, and say, may castigate in a binio. Kofi, as a business executive, as a administrator, also you're very cautious. Because I'm happy, so we'll say, the politics. But men committee, dear with or 12 no success, men committee is because wouldn't mean for we'll say more rejected, you know, rejection and letter Fabra, would the one for Ray Kurana, Fama was source now, man information now, no, the yes, man. John, Fama was source no, Nemra wanting a Ghana for Champa, who ye say, if it's at that time or no, you see the pay co meeting, no, where your support will meet in us. It was source no, man, that's a great Troy. Say, Omo and support to Kofi, and yet then a majority at the board level and support. I said, yes, I did what trying to say, oh, will be a catch up on your small boys. Kofi has been a journalist for over 12 years, minimum personally. Mr. Madia, when per se, ye emotions, not because said on Kofi fan, say, me ma running it down. When you run, I'm running down. But me per se, yes, a gun and for yentimin te asem so no kure wom. Na obia ntimi fa narrative bia am misleading. Because me so me nipa. Me so metimi the narrative we am mislead obi. Nti na wose me ka obi de na me ka me de na we so ka ne de na ye nyina no ete asem na se. Moreover, Zoom Lion must come clean and disclose the other reforms we proposed during their contract renewal meeting. Moreover, Zoom Lion must come clean and disclose the other reforms we proposed during their contract renewal meeting. The conversation was never solely about increasing beneficiary allowance. As part of our efforts to improve transparency and accountability, we raised serious concern. Okay? Payment flow. We questioned why YEA was not in direct control of paying beneficiaries, as in the case with all other modules under the agency. We proposed taking over the payment responsibility to enhance accountability and accurate reporting. Zoom Lion resisted this. Let her know what they call Zoom Lion may no. Yeah. Someone wait to direct.
Yes.
October Zoom Lion so di mu aye ba no. What you be a chese or resistance on pay bibi so.
Da be binim.
Bibi say at utro we ya. Is it fair? Zoom Lion resisted this. One try say keke provide evidence for the resistance here. Until we may letter no now so we may letter no. And it may be may letter no refer to a or cancel a fence in November no. Because a proposal no whatever no. And no one may going forward no. Yanya amendment na yama direct. So no 30 second proposal no. Logistics management. We propose that all logistics procured under the contract be deposited in YA warehouses to ensure proper oversight and inventory control. Yeah. This proposal was also rejected by Zoom Lion. At the end so, Kofi, we ma castigate you. At the end of what communicating as at May
31st, 2024.
Say ni abeya no.
Send the contract in September.
Say now going forward obeya no. I'm on no reply October. Ukaka say kon reply by June, but by October no. And on no the buy ya or no case o yen review rates no. Into 300 no. Yan 420. And who Kofi so be kaya on the personal level come discussing 500. Na said the one kind of budgetary constraints. And the Maya said there be yan 420 instead of 500. And then why na ope so please no a obetwa de a Kofi untimi fa documentary evidence and support. Edi Kofi who can say ma castigate you and into 1 year interview no Kofi you are wrong. Be man enough and subject yourself to interview. Be man enough and subject yourself to interview. Me wa fast na woni ne ti wa ba say me ma castigate you no. Me ne me wa fast na kasa me so no won kasa Kofi subject yourself to an interview.
At least have the platform to explain that things.
Have the platform. Or say, or not dear. Or a trained journalist in writing into the Ochra and attend piano. Posterity would remember saying Ochroye and into no person Catano. What? Kofi, speak to the issue. Or press release Adibayano. Dear Waka we no. Share a dear Wakano Yachro or office Wachro letter. At the May 31, 2024, I can say, Ubetia 300. Ya amend the contracts no. Na betia 300. I feel so no. Ubetia direct at the amani panel. I feel so no. Or the normal be a bar. Young fan conco gu. YA Assembly, Region and the district. I will let them clear. Nipare ba no. One contested. And now in October, what the buyer no say, 300 no. Yen 420. Kofi Bonne Bay Nabeka say this proposal was also rejected by Zoom Lion. So who can't wait to catch the public, you know? Kofi, Rabbi interview, accept it or defend. A summer what you want to say, you know, cry. Was it every medium natural? Medium natural. And come me, I was my castigate you, cry. Me not or grant me interview. Me no so me no awadwene ye o say
there's a lapses bi o mkra but obey denedi
and disabuse my mind.
Yes.
Disabuse my mind. Give me the catch more personal. So on in casa. No on me or interview. Me also you're journalist.
Yeah.
Brabe Kovi. I see these were among the key reform-oriented proposals we put forward to protect the public interest and ensure fairness to beneficiaries. Zoom Lion's refusal to accept these changes is precisely why my administration declined to renew their contracts. What can we have already? I said the end to watch Malik Basintelens and the public will be or incite the public against balloting in the case say Malik no name penny for no shame na adian tesa no mu decide say in protecting public health no yenye say ya the public renew public na story atia wo mo
yeah penny for we dey omakwaje
we do omakwaje
Zoom line assure munti no mo renew no
Zoom line
because we basintele so president him to the tools Facebook na also just say in this state, like the state contract in womb, and in the current form, there's no way he's going to renew it.
Yes.
That's also this information.
Yes. And to take coffee or say, I urge the current leadership of the YA to stand firm and resist any attempt by Zoom Lion to pressure the agency into deals that do not serve the best interest of the sweepers or the Ghanaian taxpayer. One ye careful. Ne Zoom Lion akọ eye abena fremamo tangent no wase me nyadwuma ne biem eni bosome mienu Malik Basintele ka Ghana for be bu.
Oh yes, because fear be mene ye no
or set it trap amount hwade eni mu yie, protect the sweeper, protect the businessman, protect the Ghanaian, or set it trap di amano
na so no susu wa hwem
jamane. And then it's a Wuti Abubakar Siddiq say, what can ha? One can be answered when you sweep and on also so let and can't just wouldn't on the September 19 and now or no I can say, oh, it is under discussion. If it is not under discussion, come now I come back to a Monday to 2011 as I'm not a kind. I feel now I dare situated cities. And then I did social media. Yes, I am paying. Oh, yeah, I'm paying. I feel bad. No cocoa near to 6,000. I feel the Ibra Casset to 6,000 and a wusu. I feel the before Casset to 6,000 and a wusu. Eric Casset to 6,000 and a wusu. Because one money uses no. One can say and tear one no assem. Now, Obi nice all champion Obi cause a man. The sweeper no. As we know what is good for herself. We know what is good for himself. And you be na, I said, yeah, if we are saying, then we are saying, then I should ye dear no. We should ye dear the money panel, not at the expense of a business so over the years. I can't show 20 years at the way. It's a 20 years no. So investment when anywhere in the sanitation sector no. Kagana Kejana. Keda huntu a janagu
oh yeah, Lavender Hill.
Kebegusa janagu.
Yegusu yeah.
Ye me phone line no ye ne hwe ka biem na ye nuanom so no de omo beka no omo nka na ye nhwe ye nuanom de omo beka no na omo so nka me nhwe akwikware ye ready ayi kakra messages kakra ansana ya ba be hwe okay right ye be phone line back quick one ye ready messages na kakra ansana say yeah, at the end of the young. Me phone, young, me phone line. Be phone line, mammy. That's why we be me actually. The other day, name, and yakano. Inti, young, if you ye dear, and for a man, and make sure say, you be taking the best decision to protect public health, and sanitation. You taking the best decision to protect the Ghanaian sweeper. Now you take the best decision to protect the Ghanaian business person. Now you know, if you say you beat me, Ashe, at the Ayano. Good afternoon.
Memoir.
Gobi?
Mamudu.
Present, me way.
Mamudu, me so me dase. Mo yo say nsentro fo a mo Ghana ada meka no ene obi aya ntimi aka kasa prese na hwe ene program a wo ya wa kai letter we tro ye di we de ba ye di we ye the same one of the stations se me modi amebo se ebia ebe ha wa na
ebe ha me tu
come wa dance doesn't matter wa kan wo mu station na wo to
e come in
What discuss this? Not the way I walk. What is so unfair? A year why you cram him. And ya so no Zulayo, woman who ni pamobo, and yet anyone on Tia Nasi, or also your friend, Centroni, a Juma, when ya started to walk, Cassa big radio, so ya, not why a professional. Me a Juatum. Oh, Cassanam, until letter any that breaking kaya both here and there, the way the basicate, baby, if you do will come and why be no more ye? No, a kind of time number to just like that. I didn't know yet, ma'am, near ya, hosa, to say the end, what kind both sizes, the way through you correspondent was the way by where you say, number one would you know, radio, no, the yet can I say, more inform me and ya inform your decision. But when you are pursuing your dinner too, no more than nam so called the obenya, or the first so called the obenya, no, what no casam no conclude, no nipanenya time, ama, others. Etimisra, Siamwa Japon, a Jumana war yeno, so will be who so free say, who were interest. ADAKABRI defend say, to send your way, go on now to the documents. Say, I dare not say, no one tell, name of your fat tie. And you know so. Ni enkasentie nipa no adwuma na che political parties mienu obi aba wo yes wo betebe wo behuna na kakra wo benya di from why ni nasefo ni ade wo mo de babo mo ho ayiti ni ade atum ni yekọ wo so ba ade ayo no so nya ne de na bibia wo no na recruit nipa no we me see Mamudu me bo akire wo me pese recording kra wa me bo akire wo no pay the woman ya aye na wo hu bi wo mu
I no pede no mo ye hemfo a
aye o my FM na amofa try say obeka de no obe ma enchirichiri mu kakra brand on your program just say as wo no na we sympathizers who nipa na mobo so much say de wo bra o free kofo dua de e so ni ade wo just say wo kuta documents bia wo kano just as a sympathizer. So, Nantisa me, yes, me, every crowd, me, won't abet me, no educate me. But when you want no one what you for DNA, no one opportunity, no grow in the panel, which is not fair. Mr. Won't be as also your centroni now per se accuracy, woman near my affair, near ye tino, ye inform ye, near ya take a decision. Say, dear, moment no crano, and nerdy to say, dear, walking kai, both papers in me whom the woman to me are men conquer fama. To so fire, ADAKABRI ni done and adina, so who say, what kai, what ya be, but obi a wo adwene foforo bi wo hon no no ahunu se atro ejesia wo Japan and the person wo sisi enipa no wo yesi na ye why no abanya adwuma yekuro no and wo mo ne enipa na for contract so wo mo ntiase a wo mo nkotwem na contract no wo dwie no aba na wo de wo fa ba me nkeka ne keke saa nkeka wo ye behu se wo public no mo bo je no kore ebi a wo so de obedi enti na wo yesa
that's
me that's
Kofi 0302-257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Father Cafe.
And you patch your frosting.
With the Wafat of I only with the passion.
You no man is Kakramay.
Madasi. Offer you chair when Joe Adami and my Jerry. She are winning our mammy. We meet you my phone now. Offer a true baby. Ghana as a ya want to say Sebe and Koto. Ye dear good Sebe Grawa ma. Ye ma Udimpi o Kwani a true sign. That's now a Japan. Zoom Lion. A baby ba na ɔtwe bo so adenti na sɛ ba ne saa letters I wo kan ka ho kro ne ba ne ade yina no me yɛ ndc ni obi ani mo fa yaw yɛ pɛ ndc for pa hyɛ ase sɛ yɛ frɛ radio so a wo fa wa woni ya metre maban ndc ni sɛ mpani sɛ sɛbe dia wapoto ma afe no onchi sɛ ɔde bom ɛna sɛ uwe fi ukuro ma aban a wo yira ɛwɔ dwoba ase Ghana yɛ nimbadia na yɛ firi ba wɔfa memo ba nkan 1989 na udum Kaneshi market a baabi na yɛde hɔ nyinaa yɛ lolly park ya na sɛbi wonya baabi mpo na wahome na wɔde wo na asi woba da akoma the same thing da akoma 2009 2010 president Mate ne president Mama Pen so ɛne tu saa gwa bola ni nyinaa de kɔyɛ ɛkɔ malam ɛkɔ fele wa ɛnɛ yɛ no lorry park a ayalolo ɛne nyinaa yɛ park wɔ hɔ ɛyɛ zoom la yɛ na yɛ sɛ adwuma no ɛnɛ ɛba ne sɛ yɛ si yɛ pɛsɛbe competitive ɛdɛndɛn nkɔ obi so wɔ hɔ a ɔpɛ sɛ ɔyɛ adwuma no bi fa ne bra na yɛnhyɛ nipa no warehouse na hoɔden adwuma bɛɛ na obɛtumi ayɛ wɔfa sɛ wokae asadu royal
asadu asante mampɔn asante atemagogo
saa nipa 2009 2010 wɔn mo gyina mu a sɛ kyenkyere a yɛma wɔn mo part of Greater Accra na wɔn ɛnyɛ bɔɔl adwuma no wɔ hɔ na asadu ɛda abirekuma no yɛka kyerɛ president for 1 month na dabi na asadu ɛni track a ɔde kɔkɔ sisa ɔtwe papa yi bɔ so ama yɛde saa de ne de maa no amoa wɔte ase ɛna meka kyerɛ president Mahama sɛ waba sɛ wo bɛ create employment ɛde ama Ghanafoɔ na do dan kwa baayɛ banks workers a na ɛwɔ banks nyinaa yɛ pam wɔn egu banks no yɛ nyinaa yɛ kam yɛ bɔ na do akyi na do amambu ankɔ yɛ nyinaa gyina ndwuma ogugu no eti sɛ wɔde wɔn saka zoom la yɛ ɔna na nipa hyɛ employment a papa yi kita yi na waa saa nkɔfo nyinaa bɛkɔ fie na obi a service abɛɛ ame no kasa yi only one compost site only one truck only one bicycle only one tricycle na wosi ɔno ne yɛn nkɔnkɔfa no na adablaka na kyerɛ ma ban ndc president Mate dɛ yɛnim sɛ president Mama yɛnim sɛ yɛkasa kyerɛ no a otie basintɛli a woyɛ CEO ɛwɔ YEA yɛbɛserɛw Facebook wɔ na wokɔ post yɛ no wei ɛyɛ simple sɛ adwumayɛfoɔ maamefoɔ no a wopɛ wɔ mo yie no ɛna 250 Ghana no nti wɔn pa a ɛnyɛ den sɛ wo ne w'aban bɛtena ase na yɛbɛma obi ɔpere bia 500 Ghana cedis zoom lion wo so 600 no yɛpagya m kakra na sanitation president Mama ka 24-hour economy no ɔbɛyɛ ne 24-hour economy sanitation yɛbɛkra no paapra wiapa na do nyinaa na Ghana nyinaa te wansen ɛfa compost site bɛn yɛde bɛkɔ recycling site bɛn yɛde bɛkɔ zoom lion ɛna ɛwɔ saa equipment na obɛtumi di aboa ma Ghana ɛho atɔ yɛn aban tobo na ɛba sa sika sa yɛ wɔ too much yɛsesa aban na sika sa yɛ kɔ zoom lion kotua ɔkɔ yɛ kasama no mehu ne da menhyia ne da but adwuma pa a ɔyɛ a mehu wɔ abirekuma no ɔfo no baabi a meteɛ ne deɛ mɛboa sɛ papa no
oh, my pastor says so Kwabna on Facebook or saying 1 p.m. I tuned into Neat FM to hear senior most ADAKABRI Frimpong Manso discussing Zoom Lion matters. I switched to music. 304, I tuned it again. Senior most is still discussing Zoom Lion. After listening for 10 minutes, I realized senior is overdoing the PR. Kwabna, I just how Ghana, you need break. So when you can't be one some negative 2 minutes, no will be one dream say, ADAKABRI, what you saying? Obe prayer, won't mean to sanit that. A bra must spend in your say, Opesa would see the Ubieka, Nakwabna, and wow. But don't say, when you are at Betty. Esosono o comments awo ye baby aye ni nyina kwabna maka ni nyina de mi hu yanta ba fa ase no asema ye ka no kra no onyanya no hontia so I would have thought say ka ubenya the benefit because Manessa a whole lot out here. Kofi Japan, my chief executive, what you know about Brase? It in car. Me gather documents on my church week and number the brand. Kakwabana, see, he protected the public health, he protected the Ghanaian sweeper, he protected the Ghanaian businessman. Na Ghana in the year. Why? Good afternoon.
Mother ADAKABRI.
I'm Pacha Frossing.
But I told Commander AK Chantel. I want to know cry and my uncle 250 no. Many. But I am in your queen and a couple and come with my fire moment. Mother ADAKABRI, but me the American say, okay, Bible no Musama. Yes, also by so about the same woman. Namoka for now. One must over the good Emlano. That's not where you couldn't on my bench to my mamma. The best another woman. That's all about the shape with mamma. That's about the good because and it's my policy no. Say, Mother ADAKABRI, but let me say in some way I can see I see no. Men Shedan is like what can could dim come on, Mother ADAKABRI. Or say some years money 2 hours and a pomp could yeah, more 2.5. And remember that corporate be my such 2.5 my first can you go my 5 and a Ghana a month. Than a man. Monsieur Ono Eweka, me penny be a couldn't come as smoker. As some now can you say? Or say you 2.5 near the moment how more. But there was some of the songs why yet because this last 1.5 years. On my believe over transfer no. When you over selective payments at the Mazula 4. And then because the students was the car was make a year to make a and I mean, now if I can say about power economy, and I say never buy 1.5 sanitation 24-hour economy. Ever why you to be played because anything of ADAKABRI say about say if you say, and I just say, okay, can final and I don't know. If you know how much of a proper do, but you could not provide a comedy. It's actually a man working. Then catch us a video. I say, I'm often the machines now used to be here to man. Yes, I'm out that will be better than and information better about thing. Maybe you'll be some Manasseh, no Manasseh, after say, if you also know, you can ask it. Or because before, it's in the end, it's open name about the air Bible, they become actually the second of it. And the same time, and it's when you go to my never catch this for say, you never go to mom. Meanwhile, to MP before the catch second of a year, and it's for you, but baby could create it. And you never see working. It's not in a mile sense for some people that say, poor. You have simple for some trust, some catches a video. I think we are quite it's not the same. I'm so many 2 hours because and then we look at the budget. And many more with our Ghana budget say that
yeah.
But I mean, what say
19 point something by new 20 cities.
It's in budget 25 hours, but I'm saying 10 cities. It's in budget saying,
Mobi Makabi.
I don't know more than I can make a question or one round to say, you. It's your mamma, no more yet, because when I'm coming, who's the payment? I allow us at the moment. And I go to that.
Allowance is different from which?
Allowance is from different from payment too. It is like a payment to the other to my son and say, million way. Yeah, 2 I didn't know because allowance the other 2.5 for the meantime. It's almost some. It's about so much payment to look for payrolls with the
okay. 0302 243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
H. George, what to say?
Now, what's where?
Me and me say here.
If I could in Chairman Kennedy on here, Japan, incoming. I'm the one of the campaign manager and the spokesperson. And see, MPP phone, Minia Kennedy, Japan. Yet the neighbor, ADAKABRI, young Koyasm. So, ADAKABRI, me pachopi, we should weigh a model. From far, we should weigh a model. Me pacho me boa.
Yeah.
More than the fact they say, soon like your dear, or where Juma, or yet the dada, me pacho me boa. And I say, you pay Wakaku Zoom Lion for any more year agreement.
Agreement, no, almost 20 years, no. Papa Kufu Ayebi, John Mills Ayebi, John Mahama Ayebi, Nana Danko Ayebi, and John Mahama Samba Baki.
Oh, the Paton Patia, a bunny Tiana, a tier for Asia Pa. Because we are commercial law assembly any eka. me patopi abanko hu Zoom lion oni Zoom lion eye hihye say me won lipa be se 30 omuni adwuma yo ntimpese omo adwuma na de biada no me aban me mo allowance ebia 300 Ghana mbacho ntisa
yegusu ayeti yako
aha enti we Zoom lion body be no aye mi kimi be bio ena wo aban wa be hu me say wo pe adwuma ma mebu enti wo Zoom lion wo na wo adwuma mami adwuma mami mebu ni adwuma ena me say se me ma mebu ni adwuma say medo ena oni me akọ ehihie agreement enti Zoom lion there onye aboni bia ye na politician for na yenka no kre bia ye pese adidi wo hono when she aprapra so the model ADAKABRI what landing sa unu say landing cleaning direct job creation e ja den tira ban ufa contract ni na Zoom lion na Zoom lion kasa all employee conforno no job benefit na mamo tiepe yedie amagana foa nie pese Ghana ni adwuma koswa kasi ekwa we na wasi efaso ni ye no enti media Zoom lion onye boni bia ye
okay 0302 257902 good afternoon
afame na wa ha awiai
nyame drimu ne de jeoso
me senya mpaso ma woni watie fa nyina na tif alan kwajo alan chamantin papa ho ye de
kwajo ne ho ye pa
me senya mpa de man pa na ma senya mpa ma movement fo nyina na ma tese ya the new party ba senya mpaso esrenso enjabo so de guso na tatatie anyway no mami senya mpampa ona boboni face Mr. Philip so okaswa ana general secretary MDP general secretary JFK senya mpama no na ofa o papa nsama mo kekan na yati o mayi mu wante mimi ana no oka no aduma bia ya de show bia nta obi pese odide hu former president Adekum Kufo Oluman aduma obaye yema alado gota 20 ye nso yirban kofo no uyetiminya abrofu bi free US eba senkomo baba wa oman edi campaign abetumentinka enya gota te se na yo enso obi excess interest obi di obedient no ya ntini anya amana amaso ama abrofu yi sa boy ene ana ye gota ya tu ajanai atu niema ensem patem enti Ghana enti ya jini Ghana kan kwa ni Ghana mpunto wana eno na me sle on mampeni don dramatic ama woni na na ban abaso wonu na Ghana fo atu abama no won tutu niema yi na Ghana mfani ntoma pensra uche Zoom lion e free papa ko fo emra so a otati aduma wa ye aduma political party a womu be du o ma ne so no omo akan bi ade ma papa no enti ma stress onhwa na eniema bi ensem pata ewo mu no yenyim firi na ne pa no so na yenuanom ye papa no ye ofanom ne ye no mu a omo prapra no omunya better payment no omo so ntimi nye omuya no omo ntu efi asi ewo mai
okay 0302 243540 good afternoon. Hello.
Hello, good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
Yeah, I'm into way.
Yeah, first of all, my main chair, Alan Chamantin, or my penny Kufu. Na main chair also, so na main candle say Professor Zachary. Also, what that was that day, Abbas, and say the quick prompt out to me, other bus no man buy no. But the good problem now, leadership problem. Leadership from what's wrong. They don't have a problem. But was here because of your bus no more. Say bibia bus for one na okasa but that they know ya there. Now so near that and ka buy ebe that was say can be but the way you operate no ope was empa nti obutu US na otu na yembre zoom lion ADAKABRI
Yeti
say tama basa yen kan no kre enchire leaders no she said 207 papa yi mobilize to ayi anke ba no me as a communication director, one of the communication director for me be say hey I know no go na odidi mo nhwe na mo promote say yi me kwa kan say as am pass odi to ayi eba enti boa papa yi just from the boa amount for Ghana no enti amount for hu ana na dienti na de bia no obi ye business as o ko na nima na ye pese ye twe ne ba fom sa akwaya o chom DND director no Kofi DND no ono kan hu bi ena na doni MPP edi ncho because omo ye businessmen na omo boa ma country no ana party ne kwaso no ya hu omo say omo ye nipa omo stomach hu na omo dwen na anya sa anka zoom lion eye den na sa report tantante wo chro ye e de fan ho di antina o pase o tua workers in direct because o pase o fa ghost name e de sha ho no oh nti no kra na ye nka nti besentali yenim say o ye ababunu o dwen mamefo ni papafo ho but share the larger interest of the nation no ni zoom lion no mon tenase na munya nhihye yepa na emboa Ghana na emboa ye nwe no so me da say ADAKABRI
0302257902. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ADAKABRI.
Epanyi pacho for saying.
Yeah, from ABC Mikatiri Abede.
Inti we.
Chama Jerry ni kwamafo. Ene kai kwamafo so abo eche too much. Onto no was yes na afina we road Mr. Aba enti no we sa we do akapoko ase oya fa ye be ya man onto no bo. Me da ase. Oba me nyame kan say NGC penifo Julayo we anya ade bia mo manye dwuma scan na bia extra omun crisis can ema workers no because already na fina ekum ni ntumi na say can say we na contract na ebe ha yeah say bia region by region e no ba assess dia munye nsa mai na say mo gini complete dia fine emboa e na afi so offer me patcho me so na me say na me second na we say we Kofrata no share so eba
0302243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Pacho for say penny.
Uncle.
You minti we.
Mpocho mini to pachi. Ashima suba kanable masomo do me kwadonya. Papa. Ofa mpacho mpom tize enenyi.
Nyame adom yahuye.
Da wochi di ampo nyankopon ba fa yi adom awurade Yehowa yebutu munukumachi no edina asedanya ye nka so de ene so achew ofa me kosoro asire nyankopon so ma nkwa tenten ahon fe me se nkwa tenten ahon den ahon fe de adware oti sento buru ni nokre omo ye radio djuma nyina eyi mageri free wa obetimi aka so ne wo twa ahon fe manso ani obi bia no ho fe chen oda nokre ba ko ofa enye no nsunti na mba ene mum nyankopon nhyira ofa man fa nchia pesi ma de nyina jo ashama unim no abrante unim modem bo awobo enim se munyina modem anu tim se yewura mahama mpe baby fa abrante ne hye na papa yi modem bo awabo ndc no nya ne kanie amintia common sense ono abo abolo baby asinya obi anchia ofa he se manitra me de be na wochi baako ekoni ni se na here we pa on issue concerning IE Zoom Lion. Of a hair, a canoe cracker, may my ready semi share the intimate idea, 10 years at Tiasia and Sana Maccabi. After I may Zoom Lion and maybe ama fa wo nsa ampa se matie wo ampa che wo hye nkomo na se na wo kan se bi se ye wu ye kra no obi be gina ba bi aka so akọ jisika na wo ba be bo 5 ama yewura sian Japan che no kra mpani fo kan se bi se ye die wu a wo ye nkumani ofa wo pani ni ye die wu a wo ye nkumani na ma me fan chia piesie ma me boss basintele na me mani salute studio ana mo bi otimo NDC ni Ghana youth ye support ye ni jo memum Zoom Lion start free baby na babedru ha iti se ka baya e badada enye ejata wuo yintia iti de me ka kire ye boss basintele ni se assembly ni we si a ye de sekan enye kuma ni chicha e ya no ya na ye de kan oni ye papa nko round table eni bia o mata no nko round table e bia na kania ban o kofi bia na obogo ni bi kofi bi no omo na aye bibia enche yie nokre ofa say ye 1 hour say ye 3 hours obi ye juma na say ye friends abosumi mu ye man 250 an nokre say ye 258 mpo ena ababa bedru ne nim say ye wura okuma ye basintele okuma youth ne Ghana ni bia nemom ye die wu ye nkuma ni ntilo oni papa ntina round table na se mo kana yi nto ye na fe ya kechentu mpo ne de bema adwumayefo na ye mfa mo na yi nto ye because ye di free ye papa siawo Japan ho a ye nipa dasani ne be sande amano na ye die wu a ye nkuma ni ofameda na kopon chiro
0302243540. Good afternoon. What's your first saying? Hello. You, Maju, I mean, Tiwe. 0302257902. Good afternoon.
Adakabri.
Panyin Patrick for saying.
Na ugu afonya le fima.
Efo mi ntio.
Yo. Wo fa yawo. Kwa shima Patrick o timi nka. Bo modi na na afre na ni nya no ma wa. Wo fa yawo NDC. Bo modi na afre. Adakabri woni se yen sida college ya kasa ni NDC ni NPP. Yen na mfufo paawo. Se the mo journalist for mo so mo ni mo ye na kontinu we enye boni. I won't say Nancy, Nana Kufadoni, Domama, Mukosha, yeah, a threatening, I see a share we. Adakabri, I didn't think I'm the person who say politicians. Boys now you do much here, Casa already soon. Do the attempt only ye back power your man position. I didn't think I'm the Casa. A branch here, but to tell us about new D border. A branch in your home, Madelia. Some are much opposition. Who said they will Casa? He come and look at the look. Why you tell you for nobody? Obi a yaman
0302257902. Good afternoon.
Hello.
That's your first time, Penny.
My friend Adama, me free. Ashama.
Pambo, me ntiwe.
Ofa, the why dear pa. The American say, Monfrey TV in no moment. No more customer my four. The two is Bemwa, and then in a better 2 years. But that was it. Yamen can't go bye.
Yamen can't. 0302243540. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Over ADAKABRI.
Hey, Aboloni.
Over Aboloni, you bet me after Mr. Common Sense.
You allow you when you now here there.
Obia, we offer courage, Nunekbeku, IMD, Tema PDC, Tema Developer Corporation, or Siochiao.
I just be way.
Over ADAKABRI. Nkomoyi nientia nkomono aya me deni se dudu na tiyo na wonam kromu so a obi mu enkin kan yenti omuso mu ntia se different enene nansa obi bisa mi se adena Zoom Lion AG85 na wama workers 25 apra keke ana me bisa ni se ye pra ye nra no onim se na kwa fa so nra ni fi ho onim ka fa onim bebedi ko guye ɛyi na onim sɛ yi na aketua na komu ana aso ɔhwɛ menim ana mesi ade na nipa na ɔpra yɛ nko ara ho na modwu de bi wura no kogu yɛ ka ɛfa kɔ yɛ ne nyama de mu antwene ho ana aso ɔhwɛ menim ɛna ohun sɛ afi mi ka asɛm me de America ne sɛ why ɛna wafa workers ɛna wakyerɛ aketua odi bɛ mu ɔmo adakabrɛ sika ne so a mawa ɛno ne sɛ wodi bi aka ho me going forward anka mestre Zoom Lion say anka ọma why anka santua ne workers no no so edwuma so obedi ama ọman no ho aketi oji no 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 so agi ne die se na be ya embeye obi mu say why Zoom Lion eno no no tia workers no na nye why na atwa bo no because ye mu bi assembly sisi ye na dakabe ye pemre eko bise mu eko hwe contract mu ni nyama nti me menim ne nti a assembly aba ya Malik Basintali also ene etikaniswa adakabe osha contract ni mu Zoom Lion oni workers why you workers ena Zoom Lion si meboa wo na ya sesen ra ena wa watwa bo amom saa na me hwe contract nu saa na tie senye why workers na ye nkofo no ena ye Zoom Lion ena why ye ma Zoom Lion for workers ena ye nti ase so say at least no maximum ejuma mo ye 4 hours me say nyanti say no knowing person is a contract ni mo no I say baby be event bia na e wo mu say baby be clean ye event a Zoom Lion kasa ko ho ye cleaning na sa cleaning no me hwehwe mu kire say Zoom Lion on that day no tia workers be ejuma in hand sometimes 100 cedi enu no ka contract no enu so ka marketia ho nti ebesere ne makọ kinkan ati Isaac Kandi obi bi obeke bibia no make sure say wusu ati mu kakra asa na obekasa binji di say NDC eba ya di say begu adwuma ye de ntime betu ye di say egu adwuma ye nim omo mu te egu adwuma NDC enye ye no
okay 0302243540 good afternoon 0302257902 good afternoon. Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, Patrick Frosting.
Frame a question in Africa, so I could. Of I'm about to and of my jelly interview could have followed what I'm through the afternoon.
Maybe you probably know so much as well.
But I never want them better know. Also, on the captain.
I'm Obi can ask my man and come and see 0302257902. Good afternoon. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Kuntum, yente.
Radio Kutu Bansi. Adakabre, na phone today.
Yaminadum.
Dama ale obika ale pay na ko falu kizu za wo se. Wala ko di so ko don ko.
Ya ye election na wi. What? Political actors assembly yana mo mfa medwa me ho. What yana? Thank you.
Adakabre. Say wo be yi no. What we say they do the first one next week. And the sure say you know about to invite you a year no. Adakabre. Man but that can but me catch Zoom Lion say a young person Zoom Lion so no all for workers no. Na some about only but selling classy. No one can now some but the public will be a better more pay. It's also we say them as some can you small about the public. And to be able to so. It's a best Zoom Lion so some about one chance Adakabre Jim why the capacity one can say Jim Neshe. One cast Adakabre that's in which marker. If VIP can all down, Nasa Assam Yambanwa, a then the Bassam Kitty like a little maker, and kind of a member for show, Assam one can say G, Nefis Unando, National can if you never command the matter you be a very clear one thing, no genuine social, they are best general, so don't know what you yes, you like for panel, that you want to own to the yet. What the man own to me, yes, it's a semi bar, also Zoom line of a penny Numasem, Minister Numasem. No one tries someone can use it, and that's some of the idea. Mount say, one kasa no mo kan MPP fo no wo do wo ngo gbe so mo e ko si agada MPP wo yin to from mo power MPP e ko mo mbada mama setting in someone said your mama meto ma setting future your mama e funu wa setting mo say be pound e fake mama da adakabre mahama o be transfer be yeduma no mba Ghana yeyi adakabre na to
Nti two more callers. Good afternoon.
Adakabre.
Yes.
Sometimes banu ni kasa ya afi de be kasa lu papa partner ti man. The me can say. Ya be 7 future mo mo ni Adakabre ne menum kokonu. Kokonu brodo 25 cities asana mi mi o. E mo mai. And can say payment no na enya. Omo mo ni ati nda ko say we se sinu so. Omesia omo ni why ye ni aban ni na ni Zoom la yo ni sira. No mo mi say Zoom la yo no ye ni pa bia Ghana dan kuma super papa. Ntini nyanya de obetimi say o se so obese Ghana dima. Ye be se so won se ni anye. Na ye mba power dade ye no de obeka so anu kasa ye nyina ye tra so Ghana. Say nyon kwa na auto abamaga. We ya ka ye MPP fo kwa ye card. Say na ye tra competition. Tu de ye mba mu mba power da mu mba power tena.
0302 243540. Good afternoon. Hello. Hello. Okay. Hello. Pacha Frost saying.
hello good afternoon
Good afternoon, Pacha Frost. Yeah, man, it's okay. Crama in Pacha.
opa Adakabre pajo your friend Yusuf
Tiwa Yusuf.
pajo good afternoon Adakabre
Good afternoon.
Adakabre edamasipa the move boys I'm not there. King and go ye back. They try selling back. Adakabre Anka. Saba ta tell you Anka Bechasia. Anka, let's go for MPP at Sabayjuma. But Anka, my papa, even your mofio. If you on try on checking the money of Adakabre. Because a baby before Anka, that SEO no our church or Sunday Manumbrano. On one trust don't father. I don't know one person of us you not about it. Zoom lie away at Juba. Ominjano no any Juba. That's it. The person who pass Kakawa, Moon Pest Kaka you for the Nyomi Jumano. Adakabre me down.
Finally. Good afternoon.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, madam.
Oh, Adakabre. Hello.
Pacha me Tiwa.
Pacha me friend, my cat, from Alaba.
Araba me Tiwa.
Pacha wait. One of the work MPP in this, like politics. Me from a doing some on my feeling. We pay you more of Adakabre. Muna mbe na ya albe na koma elukunya obi owe juma bi obabua na ai
You. That Araba. Yamen kan ai.
yeah
Right. The affair back to the studios na sorry so. Na ahasi ana yade ebreno ebeba beso enefie utie neat 100.9 FM na from ADAKABRI Mamudu Usioma na Kabri ya sorry Abraham way and Ulakoku Michael and DJ Foreigner one and omodi ebe kofie na omodi ebe ko jojo nti obia engusu entie neat 100.9 FM.
Neat FM Neo.